Peru, can I ask you a simple question, Peru?
Hit me with it.
Do you feel that the draw was rigged? You don't have to stroke it. It's a very simple question. Do you believe that the draw was rigged?
I thought if it was rigged, there would have been some better matchups. I think some ties were fair, but I think there was some better matchups.
Do you think that the draw is messed up in a lopsided manner in terms of if you come through a certain side of the draw, you've got a 90% chance of getting the dub in the final? So do you believe in that sense that the draw messed itself up?
To be honest, I kind of miss when there was like a redraw every round. So
Oh.
I mean,
No, but you know what? I like this. The reason why I like this is because now you know your path. It's almost as if like I actually even like how it is in normal tournaments where as soon as you get to the knockouts round, you know the path you can take to the final.
no, I agree with you, but I don't like it this way because there's a redraw for the quarterfinals. I mean, there shouldn't be a redraw at all. I think you should just
Yes.
around the 16, and then you see the.
You know, no, 100% for me. I believe that as soon as you get into the knockout round, it should be like, aha, this is your path of where you're going and so forth, man. So, but look, man, I mean, we're gonna discuss things, you know. So in case no one knows, so guys, shout out to everybody in there. Like the video, subscribe if you're new, guys, and so forth. We'll be breaking down the Champions League. So obviously we had a reaction earlier in the morning. I've calmed down a little bit. So now we'll be going down into the nitty-gritty and really analyzing the games, the matchups, and so forth. So if there's anything you want to feel free to add to the show, feel free to send in your super chats. Your super chats and your dubs are what keep this channel growing, and I admire you and I thank you for your patronage and donations, man. So just to really refresh our memories. Where are we? Here we go. So this is where we're at. There we have it. Real Madrid, Chelsea play the winner of Man City, Bayern. Milan, Napoli play the winner of Benfica against Inter Milan. So let me even start by saying this. Can we and I'll go to Ricardo with this. Ricardo, my view is this, and you may disagree, but let me present it, and I'll hear what you want to say, and then what Mike has to say. Anybody that makes it outside the left side of the draw pretty much wins this. Because I feel that, shout out, if you make it to the right side of the draw, cool. But if you make it to the right side of the draw, you're going to have to face a Bayern, a Man City, or a Real Madrid. That is a lofty, lofty task for anybody coming to the right side of the draw. That's my first thing. And my second thing is, don't assume. Don't assume, don't assume. Do you know what the assumption everyone is making? Napoli are in the final. Maradona lives. Napoli in the final. And by saying that, you're disrespecting the badge of AC Milan. And by saying that as well, you are disrespecting what Benfica could do. Because, Mike, remember what I said weeks ago and you insulted me and you abused me? Mike, I said that I think Benfica could make the semis and you laughed at me. You laughed at me. And we're looking at this right now. Benfica have a great chance of making the final. Forget semis, Benfica have a great chance of making the freaking final. Because on this side of the draw, Benfica can beat all of these teams. Will they? That's a different hat. But they can. Now, if Benfica had to play a Bayern, a City, or Real Madrid, okay, that's a whole different ball of wax. But looking at this right here, it's very possible. So, Ricardo, let me come to you right now. Do you feel that whoever comes through to the left side, they're winning it? It's a Dubinsky.
If I'm a betting man, I would bet on anybody coming out of the left side. Yes. The problem is, depending on who comes out of the right, it's a one game. It's a one game. It's not two legs. I would agree if Napoli or Benfica, who I think are the two better sides on the right side, if they were to face a Real Madrid, not Chelsea, Man City or Bayern Munich over two legs, then I would say it's too much of a uphill battle for them. However, it is one game. I think Napoli, in my opinion, is probably the team favored to make the finals. I think Napoli can beat anybody in one game. The real question is their mentality, how much pressure they're going to go into that final, because it doesn't matter the type of form you go into the finals. The final is the final. And as for Napoli, like these guys, although they're having a great campaign, how are they going to act when during the biggest game of the season, somewhere they've never been for? To be honest, it's going to be a game that they probably thought at the start of the season or even before this draw, they're probably thinking, hey, we could actually get to the final. But after this draw, they're probably really thinking like, yo, we could actually get to the final, right? But at the end of the day, Napoli, this is a heaven sent draw, in my opinion.
Oh, for sure.
They screw this up. I genuinely think they could screw this up. But I think
but for me, it is the best possible draw Napoli could have. But you can't ignore Milan, because I think they said that, like, yeah, Napoli have been amazing in the league, but remember, a cup competition and league, I don't know what it is. Ask people who played. Men's league is different. The guys who do well in cups, guys who do well in the league. So this being a knockout competition, don't ignore AC Milan. And don't ignore either Inter or Benfica if they meet them in the semis.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Do I think Milan can cause an upset here? Of course. I think Inter can cause an upset on Benfica. This right side of the back is not as clear. But I think when you given, I mean, this is all assumption. Anything can happen in the Champions League. But if you were to put a favorite, I'd say Napoli go to the final. I think one game they'll take their chances against anybody. Do I think they will win ultimately if they go to the final against whoever comes out of left? No, personally. But what like I said, the big guys always win the Champions. They always do. But Napoli winning would be something special. But if I'm betting my money, to be honest, I don't really know who's going to win this one. The top teams aren't that strong. It could be a year where a random team wins it. Who knows? But it should be interesting.
Mike, general thoughts on the draw? Just general thoughts before we go into specifics. General thoughts.
I just heard a lot of crying earlier today.
From
the stream. From you.
Me?
All I just heard was cry, cry, cry. This shouldn't even be called the Half Hope Football Hut. It should be called the Half Hope Cry Hut.
All
if
you
people
just complained
don't rig
about
it was rigged draw, this and that. I didn't hear none of this when you drew Lille twice. Twice.
True.
No crying.
True.
But now because you get Real Madrid, after you got Dortmund, all I just hear is, oh my God, they're against us. The brand money, it didn't get sent to UEFA no more. Well, if you want to win the Champions
His name is Peru. His name is Peru because he
Ricardo.
His name is Peru. His name is
Ricardo.
Don't support him. Okay, he's not a friend of this channel.
But in all honesty, I think everybody will look at the left side of the draw and say definite winners there, but never assume in football. And yes, the left side may have familiar names who have won the Champions League in recent memory. You know, Real Madrid, Chelsea, Bayern. Actually, the last 3 winners of the Champions League are all there, which is pretty crazy to think. And on the right side, you just have really the underdogs.
Yeah.
And one of those underdogs is guaranteed the Champions League final. And I'll say this is the best opportunity for Napoli and Benfica. Yes, you know, we see Milan and Inter there, but they haven't been playing that well this season. For Napoli and Benfica...
But it's a UCL quarter...
I was just going to say, it is the UCL, but this is Napoli and Benfica. If they have a once in a, I don't know, 3 decades, 4 decades chance of qualifying to the Champions League final, this is it. You won't get a better opportunity than this, because usually you'll see, okay, Real Madrid, they might be on that right side, or Chelsea, and then you can be like, okay, there's Real Madrid, there, Chelsea, we will go on them. But now because it's Napoli and Benfica, they have to make it to a Champions League final. Benfica haven't made to a Champions League semi-final since 1991. This is Napoli's first ever time in the quarterfinals. So this is just some crazy stuff going on here. And look, I think this quarterfinal draw this is the best we could get, in my opinion.
Best?
Because I think we have narratives all over. You know, you're the narrative guy. This channel is based on narratives.
But my thing though, okay, look. I think, Mike, you do subscribe to Disney Plus, which is cool, but you do subscribe to Disney Plus, and you do want that Tinkerbell story. You want the whole Tinkerbell thing of like, man, imagine
if Napoli make the final, I wouldn't bank on them winning it, because I don't trust them in one-off games, because we have seen that in the Coppa Italia. They lost to Cremonense.
Yeah.
So
like in a one-off, like I understand Ricardo saying like in a one-off game, you never know what will happen. I'm sorry, Napoli against Bayern, Napoli against Madrid, Napoli against City in a one-off UCL final. I can't put my money on Napoli.
Well, we see Man City in a final. But...
Yeah, but that was their first final. And also, I think, isn't there a stat that says that no team has ever won the European Cup the first time they've been in the final?
Maradona tax might be bigger too.
Yeah. My UCL studies have shown statistically.
Vader will come to you afterwards. RDS. Yeah, okay, wow. Actually, RDS. So, how much did you pay Chefrin then? How much did you pay Chefrin for this crap?
No. I mean, there's no.
There's no. There's no. All I want to say is yes. So, how much did you pay him? I want to hear a fee. $1,000, $2,000, million.
I thought you paid Shefford. Isn't that the whole point? You went to pay Shefford.
Well, if I paid him, then what's this? This ain't my payments, bro.
I don't know. Like, I mean, the draw, it was a kind of an omen.
RDS. If we are to do this, we have to beat Real Madrid, then Man City, and then who knows what happens in the final.
And as I said on the show last night, you know, Chelsea, if they're reverting back to the back three, Kante looks like he might be fit for this game. So suddenly now, Chelsea's players, Reece James will be obviously back.
Hold on. We'll get to specifics. We'll get to specifics, but generally, your thoughts on the draw as a whole.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, shout out to Serie A, by the way.
Yes.
Shout out to Serie A because you've got 3 Serie A teams in the quarterfinals for goodness knows how long. Obviously, 2 Premier League and then 1 of La Liga, the Portuguese league, and Bayern. I'll reiterate this again. I am looking at Liga very funny right now. I don't quite understand how...
RDS, nobody takes that league serious. When their only representative in Europe is Nice in the Conference League.
Sacre bleu.
To me, it's strange. I mean, people say the Portuguese league is the 5th place, but we've got Benfica now looking good. Even Sporting in the Europa League are doing well to Arsenal. But apparently the Portuguese league is worse than the French league. I mean,
we have to reiterate that. We have to revise that, bro.
It's a bit strange for me. So more importantly, shout out to Serie A, because I think that if a Serie A team does win this, we now need to start, because let's keep this up. People have been bantering Serie A for the last 5 or 6 years. Their league is not where it was, etc. And if Napoli were to win this, you know, it'd be nice to see an almost someone who obviously won older Bunsapana, where back in the 90s, Serie A was kind of the go-to. You'd watch it, etc. It'd be nice to see an almost renaissance of Serie A coming back.
And we focus on specifics of the matches, which is why don't count out AC Milan. I think you count out AC Milan because the team is very good.
I get
but I think everyone in that team are like, bro, this is AC Milan. We may not be as good as
Yeah.
Shevchenko, Weah, and so forth, and Costa Curta and Maldini. But this badge is UCL heritage.
The Milan Napoli draw for some reason gives me this weird when Manchester City faces Spurs,
Oh,
it gives me that weird kind of like clearly City were the favourites going in, and Spurs even in the league were kind of like we're neither here nor there anywhere. But for whatever reason, they just were able to do their thing over 2 legs. And I don't know what about it is about this fixture, but whether it's because of 2 Serie A teams, but I almost just feel that over 2 legs, one off, I think I probably would still give Andrew to Napoli. But over 2 legs, I wouldn't be surprised if Milan, in quote, did a Spurs over City and
but the tricky thing,
they get some crazy calls. Yeah.
No, I will get to this. But what's very key is where is your second leg, which is why that for Benfica, Inter like, all right, come back to San Siro for the second leg. For AC Milan, let's make sure that we don't get destroyed in that first leg, so they can now come. Wait, hold on. Wait, and Napoli second leg?
Yeah, it's Napoli or second leg.
Oh, sorry, Napoli. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Okay, damn. Okay, that's tricky. Yeah, that's tricky. Okay.
How do you feel about the fact that it's quite possible that Lukaku could be balling in a semi-final that Chelsea may or may not be a part of? Does that factor in, like, if Lukaku potentially takes Inter
towards Rafa Silva? That's what I'm going to say, Rafa Silva. Vator, talk to me, man. General thoughts, and then we'll of course get into your boys, but general thoughts on the draw.
If you want to be the best, you got to
here
beat
we
the
go.
best.
Here. Vator, look, now here's no, hold up. Before I finish, like, hold up, is that Ric Flair?
Woo!
Yeah, that's Ric Flair.
No, but look, I've actually just been watching a Rocky. Guys, those Rocky films are actually damn good. Because they have like a Rocky Marathon on the freebie. Those films are bloody good.
Clubber Yang?
Oh, no. Like, bro, like, now I say, like, wait, like, Rocky 3 is really much better than I thought it was. So, yeah, I'm just saying. But, like, so look, general thoughts on the draw.
General thoughts are, it is what it is. We were going to face a big team to advance. So, whoever it's going to be, it's going to be. The fact that it's all on one side of the draw, and we're not only going to have to deal with Bayern and then Real. Would have liked things to be favored a little differently, but we would have had to play them anyways. The expectation would be you're going to have to play the best. To be the best, you've got to beat the best. I won't do the woo again, but that's what we expect. I've been doing my studies, HH, ever since the beginning of the season. When you invited me on here, you told me to get fluent with UCL.
Yes, you have to get fluent.
I'm learning my UCLEs. I've been studying. You see, I'm in the classroom Friday nights. My Friday night classroom.
This is good.
You have to play against these big teams, and
no. But you know why you're right in that sense is if you make it to the final, you'll be battle tested. Which is why I'm sorry, whoever comes out of the right side, because anybody who comes through the left side, you are going to be fully battle tested for that final because you're going to have to slay dragons to get to that final.
Yeah. It's going to be monstrous. So I'll give you my initial reaction. I know we're going to things at a deeper level, but I was like, it's Bayern. To Mike's point, the narratives are going to be everywhere. Cancelo's over there. Mane knows as well. He's punished us a few times. He's now over there. Pep, former manager, over there. Nagelsmann, he's supposed to be the next guy. The narratives are going to be all over the place. It's going to be great.
Cancelo, the Cancelo narrative as well. The Sané narrative as well.
And all I'm going to say is Treadstone. But what I'm going to be pointing out.
Wait,
Treadstone.
Is that agent's, what's it called, Matt Damon?
Yeah, Born Identity, Treadstone. But all I'm going to say is when we focus on the matchups, I wish the first leg of this tie was actually in their house and we were coming home for the second. But my studying shows me a high probability for success when that is the case, but we're going to do our thing. I've been doing my research as well, and I've been talking to a few Bayern fans that have actually let me in, and I've seen some of their notes. Bayern have actually exited out of this tournament while having the second leg in their house. So it's a little favorable. I'm going to continue to study, but
so did Liverpool do that? Was that the second leg when Mane said what's up to Neuer?
Yeah, second leg. Yep.
Yeah.
So there's some favorable
The only,
stats.
the only
on
thing is that
yeah.
like I've not seen a team that has like pocketed Haaland like Bayern was when he played for Dortmund. So that's the only.
He did. I think he scored like 6 or 7 goals against them.
Stop being salt. Like the amount,
No,
I
just-
can literally see the salt just like spewing.
There's no salt. There's no salt. It's just it's a possibility. That's all I'm saying.
We'll break it down. But even if they pocket, City have the two flex. You pocket Haaland, we'll go to a passing game. You pocket a passing game, we'll go to Haaland. So they can hit you with the two flex. Which teams can stop City's passing game and stop the goal scoring freak? Very few teams. That's the problem with City.
No, just man mark KDB. That's it.
No, Bayern Munich have probably the best wing play out of any team right now.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah,
We'll get to specifics. Where the specifics? Let me just hit the Dubinskis and we'll get to specifics, man. So, from 14 UCLs, if Chelsea had that, okay. So here's the thing. We're gonna get there and so forth, but if Chelsea had Tuchel, who? Because you know that we basically beat Real Madrid. Like, I view that as a win. Like, I view that. I don't care what Wikipedia says. I view that as Tuchel basically he beat them, but it is what it is. If we had the if we had Tukinski, Kante, wait, what's it called? Zoe and Loke in the midfield. Woo! Come on, baby. Come on, who? Come on, what? Chew who? Chew. Who cares? No way. Come on, man.
Interesting. I can see this receipt being played sometime in the future.
This is a grown ass man, buddy.
Young at heart. You're only as old as you feel. Okay, you're all as you feel. Young at heart. Rigged draw. UEFA wants new representatives in the final from the other side. Yes. There hasn't been a Serie or Portugal side in the final for a while. The draws are rigged. We know this. Everything is rigged. Of 100%. Anybody who thinks it's 2023 is like, oh, who's going to come out? Oh my gosh. Who's going to come out? Oh my gosh. Which one's going to come out? Oh my gosh. Give me a break.
If it was so rigged, then why didn't they put Real Madrid or Chelsea both on that side?
It's rigged.
Clearly, they want the big names to be in the final.
But as he said, they want to see a bring back of Serie, and they want the Napoli narrative. That narrative is freaking amazing.
Bram's money run out. You just got to deal with it. It's as simple as that. Right?
Patrick, since Zad moved to Madrid, Real Madrid met in every UCL.
Hey, question about that.
I said Hazard. Isn't Hazard is involved?
Is Zard registered for the Champions League Real Madrid team?
The is. Chelsea are the diversity hires of the UCL, giving other fruit sellers hope, but they will win the trophy. I want you to show some respect to Chelsea. We are technically 2-time winners, realistically 6-time winners. So respect the realistic 6-time winners of this competition, man. Thank you very much. If LSG weren't clowns, they would have been in Benfica's. But they're clowns. That's probably they're clowns. Let's not talk about PSG. They are clowns who will never win the whole thing. Messi, don't send us contracts. Messi, go to MLS.
But they didn't even beat Benfica in the groups, did they?
They didn't.
Well, they're in the same group as Benfica. PSG,
yeah, but Benfica topped that group. But do you know what's so unlucky? So Bayern topped their group, have to face PSG, then have to face Bayern, and most likely Real Madrid. That's crazy for a team that topped their group.
That's why to be fair, if you lose. Like I've always said, it doesn't matter whether you lose a round 16 quarterfinal semis, because if you get eliminated by a big team, The difference doesn't make. You're gonna have to run into one eventually.
Oh no, 100%. Benzema door. The Brick Academy is truly effective in inspiring its students to buckle down and work harder. Syria was. That's a great point. Mm-hmm. So thank you for reminding me. I need to suspend Syria because they've been in the Brick Academy for a while. Yes, Syria deserves a suspension. I told you guys. The Brick Academy actually helps people.
Replace it with Ligue 1. Ligue 1 should go in the Brick Academy.
I'll put Ligue 1 in there.
Do you throw Barcelona in there too?
No.
Come on, man.
We'll see what happens on Sunday. Inter are at a disadvantage because they have a Coppa Italia semi to play around the same time as the Benfica game. But Inzaghi has pulled off away results.
That's true.
Look, if Inzaghi comes through, I think Conte needs to be jailed.
I was just saying, the speakers making content really bad.
Conte needs to be jailed. All right, so let's get into specifics. Let's first start with, let me just hit my, so let's start with Benfica Inter. So, Oz, let me come to you, bro. Oz, it's been a while, man. So Oz, so how is school, man? Are you graduated? Have you passed your exams? Did you cheat to get your exam? Did you pay the teacher to pass your exams and so forth? Like, oh yeah, I'm in school, man. I'm so cool. Oz, I didn't like school. I hated school. Okay, the degree I did was trash. I didn't even understand my exams. What I'm doing right now has nothing to do with freaking school. I still have PTSD. Oz, I had a nightmare. Hold on. So I had a nightmare. I had a nightmare that I was in an exam hall. Oh, sorry, no, listen to this. So this was my nightmare. So I was doing this exam and everything. Then I had to use the toilet. And guess who was in the toilet? It was Casey. Casey was the exam invigilator. And Casey was like, yo, half up, hurry up because time is going. And I hadn't written anything on my exam. And I was super thinking. I went to grab some paper and all the paper was used. So I was like, oh my gosh, man, I need some blank paper. And when I woke up and I was like, because you know those things that feel so real? It's so crazy. And you know when you wake up, you're like, phew.
The big question about that is why are you dreaming about Casey in the toilet?
Yeah, I don't know if I'm just like,
guys, grow up. No. Guys, Casey, Casey was the exam invigilator. You guys are very immature. You guys are what? I have no idea. He was because basically Casey was like the teacher, was like my teacher for some reason. He was like the exam guy. Make sure that everybody was doing the exams properly.
Do you even know how he looks like?
Do you know what the sick thing is?
It's by his voice.
It was his voice, but you know where like I know it was Casey, but I couldn't really make out his face, but I knew via his voice. But my brain just told me that this is Casey. Basically, actually, dreams are weird. They make no freaking sense.
Was his face as Abby?
I don't even know what it. Basically, it's like I couldn't even see his face. He was just like this thing.
Okay, one more question.
Yes.
What did you have ice cream and cashews? Is that what you ate before this dream? What happened here?
Oh, you know what it is? I'm suffering from. No, bro, I've had like 3 crazy hardcore dreams like last 3 nights.
Did you take Casey's grass by any chance? Because that's also a possibility.
Basically, the key thing was Casey. I hated school. How are you doing in school? Are you passing or are you failing?
Who, me or the Casey?
No. You. Are you passing or are you failing school?
I'm going through it right now. I got one more semester after this, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully everything goes well.
So hold on. Are you training to be a lawyer?
Yeah.
Jeez, man. Damn. that trust me, that is hard. My mom still thinks I'm a disappointment and so it was crazy because my mom, she does property law and she still says like, wait, what the hell are you doing? What the hell is this freaking YouTube thing? Go freaking do law, man. Like stop. I'm like, look, here's what it is, mom. I'm sorry. I'm too much of a brick to do law because law is that.
You're not from the trenches?
What do you mean by the trenches?
This guy has equity. What the hell?
Peru, shut up, man. Casey, what's it called? What's this guy? Oz. Benfica against Inter Milan.
So I don't understand why everybody is sleeping on Inter like this. Like Inter aren't bad. We're acting like Inter are like a trash team.
But they're not great. They're not great though.
Okay, I understand they're not great, but I don't think. Let's be honest. I don't think Benfica are gonna completely walk over them. I think Benfica. It actually is a great test to see where Benfica are in this like Champions League. See how far they will. In my opinion, I think Inter beat them. I think Inter have enough to beat Benfica. In my opinion, I don't know. Might just be me. I might be going for the underdogs, but I do like Inter being Benfica. I think that's a great matchup for them. I think other than AC Milan, that was probably the best matchup they could have gotten, in my opinion. Like that is probably one of the dream draws for them. And look. If Lautaro said something, if he does say what's up in this game,
then what? What if he says something? Then what? What do we say?
Look, we were clouding him in the World Cup. I'm just saying.
Rightfully so. No. He almost stopped Ricardo's hero from getting his World Cup and everything, man. So yeah.
HH, you don't want Lukaku going further than you. I'm just letting you know right now. You do not want Lukaku going further than Chelsea this season.
But Oz realize that if Inter win the UCL and Lukaku scores a winning goal, he can't come back to Chelsea. He realized that. So basically, like he's going to be careful. He can't come back. Mike, talk to me. Benfica, Inter. What are you saying?
Should be a great game, to be honest. I'm a little bit worried for Benfica in a sense that yes, they are playing fantastic. Rafa Silva, Jao. This is what I call this is the first narrative of the night. Jao Mario. This guy was one of the worst Inter signings past 2 decades. They signed him for 40 million and he was loaned out 3 times. So Jao Mario, we know he's balling out for them this season. Next to him, Rafa Silva, we saw Gonzalo Ramos. The key for Inter is they just gotta hold on to a draw or lose by 1 goal in Lisbon. Take that back to the San Siro, and anything's possible. Because we see, San Siro on Champions League nights, something special.
Oh, no, it's big. It's big. No,
it's
big. But I think like Benfica's strategy is you've got to win by at least 2 or 3 goals at home. Basically, you have to go to San Siro with a heavy lead.
And the difference is for Inter is when they were going up against Porto, all they had to do was nullify Taremi. And Taremi just had 1 shot on target, or at least maybe 2 or 3 throughout the whole 180. This is different because you can try and nullify Gonzalo Ramos. They'll hit you with David Neres. They'll hit you with Rafa Silva. Jao Mario. They'll hit you with Arsnes. They got a lot of weapons, Benfica. Grimaldo, I don't think anybody's talking about this left back.
But also, you have to keep in mind that because I looked at Inter defended like Trojans, man. And Onana,
yeah, he's
Onana is a
very
great
good
keeper.
goalkeeper, Onana. So I'm really excited for this game, and I think if you ask both fan bases who they wanted to draw in the quarterfinals, it's each other. Inter definitely wanted Benfica, and Benfica definitely wanted Inter. So let's see how it goes. And I would lean towards Benfica because I just think they're the better footballing side at the moment. But just that game in the San Siro just gives me a little bit of vibe that
You can't sleep on Inter.
I
You
think-
can't
I
sleep on
feel like
Inter and Lukaku as well.
I was just gonna say, we can clown Lukaku all we want, but he could actually show up in this game because Lautaro at the moment not really doing the greatest. If you can get Lukaku into some sort of form, let's see what can happen then.
Anyone else want to have a quick thoughts on Benfica, Inter? Should we move on? All right. Oh, Vader, talk to me.
I think, and again, because of my studies, it's looking at the broader picture, right? It's looking at things from different angles. The fact that Benfica don't have to worry about their domestic league is a plus. The standings, the gap that they have with whoever would be threatening them, they're comfortable. They can devote all of the attention, all of the focus, and getting the wins and advancing throughout this throughout this matchup because of what's happening with their domestic league. Inter doesn't really have that comfortability. So I'm giving the edge to Benfica. They're looking nice. They're looking nice. And through all my studies, that plays a factor.
Yeah, I mean, for me, edge to Benfica. But as Mike said, it all depends on our first leg. If Inter can walk away from a 1 goal or 2 goal deficit, they have life. If they get trounced in Lisbon, then it's all over. For me, it's all depends on what kind of result is there in the first leg. And here's the thing: even if it's just a 1 goal or a 2 goal, Benfica aren't trash away. We saw them in the group, so Benfica can still go. And San Siro, big nice, but it's not a fortress. Like if the second leg was in Benfica, then boom, different. So, but for me, it all depends on what happens in that first leg for us to now say what's up. So let's now move.
Good question. Do you think that if Benfica are somehow able to get to the CL final, and it's possible that they could, do you think that Enzo will regret moving to Chelsea in January as opposed to the end of the season?
No, and do you know why?
He'll get a medal. He'll get a medal.
No. Oh, no. But do you know what? It's actually something that Ricardo has actually said multiple times. Club games are about being a mercenary, pretty much. And I think for someone like Enzo, it's like, bro, this is a great payday. Like, okay. I'll be real with you, and I'm sure like Ricardo will agree. He moved to Chelsea mainly for the huge pay rise. Obviously, it's Chelsea, it's London, it's a big team, but really, it's for the pay rise and everything. Because in a footballing sense, you're like, bro, Benfica could really do something specifically with you. Like, imagine if Benfica African had Enzo, then definitely there'd be. If Benfica still had Enzo, I think they could possibly do something in the final. So, but my thing that for Enzo, I think that even if he sees them win, I just think he'd be like, okay, I'm a World Cup winner, and look, man, I had to get paid,
I would have held
that. That's good to see. So go on.
RDS, I would have held that bullet until a little later into the Champions League. I see where you're going there. I would have held that a little
okay.
longer.
Okay.
Well, he fired it off already, man. So, all right, there we go.
There's others later. Don't worry. I'm coming to 1 or 2 in particular later in the stream. So don't worry about
okay, so let's talk about this guy. So, Napoli. Now, this is clearly heritage versus trendsetters. Like this. Like let's put it's to use the word of the great man Juju man. Hipsters. The hipsters pick is Napoli. If you're hip, you're cool, you listen to Britney Spears and NSYNC in the 90s and so forth and everything like that. You wore your jeans back to front because of Vato, what are the name of those guys who wore their jeans back to front in the early 90s? Those two boys.
Why are you pointing?
Crisscross. Is it crisscross?
It's crisscross. Why are you pointing me out though?
Vato, because of course you know. Okay. Okay, Vato, crisscross. So you but my thing though is Napoli should win. They should win. But why do I say Milan could do a little something? Ricardo, talk to me. Napoli, AC Milan.
I think if you're looking at it, Napoli have to be the favorites. They have completely just dominated their domestic league. But Michael did actually bring up a great point, which I completely forgot, and which is what you said earlier. League games and knockout games, two different things. And we've seen Napoli. They lost a team that has the team that knocked them out of the Coppa Italia. Have they won the league game yet?
Yeah, they beat Jose. That's their only win this season.
Okay.
Wait,
Ricardo, that's their only win in Serie A is against Jose.
Mike, you could have just said that they beat Roma. You
Shout out
didn't have to say they
Cremonese.
beat Jose.
Shout out to Cremonese.
Like you could have just said they beat. Why did you say it was Jose? You could have just said
Because
they
it
beat
was
Roma.
because Jose was the manager, so I had to say.
Yeah, but you just said they beat Roma. Why did you have to say Jose's name? I don't know. It is what it is.
So yeah, I completely forgot about the one, and that's a great point because it's two different mentalities, which I completely agree with. But I'm not going to lie. I don't think we're gonna see Napoli Benfica in the semifinals. One of them
No,
is going to
I know.
screw up.
Yes.
One of them is going to screw up. I hope it's not Napoli, in my opinion. But Milan are Champions League heritage, like they are. But this is my thing, right? We keep seeing certain clubs are Champions League heritage. So the teams that we have here are Milan, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich. I guess and Inter are kind of there, but not really. But it's not really just necessarily about the badge. It's about the players too. There's nobody in this Milan side that really is like of that pedigree. That if we're looking at the Milan badge, I don't know if you're trying to understand what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah, no, 100%.
Zlatan doesn't even play.
Ricardo, I would say Mike Magnan.
No, but I mean, like, I get what you're saying. Like, he's a quality player. I'm not denying that.
But in terms of like the kind of aura that Maldini had,
They don't have the aura.
that's Kaka had and everything. Because like when you looked at Milan, they were like, okay, it's Milan. These guys are coming in with weight.
That's where I'm coming from. Like, I don't think. I know sometimes there's a lot of superstition. We believe, that badge just gives you superpowers. Like, no, that's not the case. It's like when I look at Real Madrid, I'm seeing Luka Modric, I'm seeing Toni Kroos, I'm seeing Benzema. Like these guys, like they're Real Madrid. Like that's where they are. When I look at Milan, I don't look at any of these players and be like that. They're part of AC Milan history. I don't know if you're trying to understand what I'm saying. But that's what
it's a young team, though, Ricardo. If you think about it, it is quite a young team.
No,
so
it is okay. So if we're gonna go on the fact that it's a young team, then the badge doesn't matter. It's just who's genuinely the better team in that tie. And if I'm gonna bet it's gonna be Napoli. They have shown better consistency over the course of the season, and you could argue they've actually played the best football over the course of the season against all teams.
They should win.
However, there is a level of understanding the team you're playing for, and I think wearing that Milan shirt definitely is more weight to it than say Napoli. However, I think Napoli, maybe if that's even a factor, I think at this point Napoli is just playing with house money.
Wait, hold on. Giroud? Don't say Giroud is part of. Bro, like I almost wanted to put this guy in timeout. Giroud, the hell?
No.
Come on now.
I mean, he does
why
have
are
a
you
World Cup of
disrespecting
Champions League
France's
Europa.
all-time goal scorer?
Stop
What are
it.
you doing?
Ardia, stop it. Stop it.
I
Don't.
think Napoli should go through, and I think the first game is in where it's in San Siro, right?
Yes,
Yeah. I think Napoli are gonna like beat the living crap out of them in the Diego Maradona Stadium. I think Napoli goes through comfortably, but I would not be surprised if there is an upset.
I dare your jinx allow Giroud to score a winner against Napoli. Your jinx would be the one. Like I guarantee it now. Giroud scoring.
So what you're saying that Giroud destroys the Cinderella story?
Actually, I think I have a receipt about you.
It's your fault.
Let me just go and get it. Give me 1 second. Sorry.
Paul. While Ardes tries and fails to play the receipts, what are you saying? Napoli against Milanese.
I think there's one thing that Ricardo said, knowing the other team. I know we saw Napoli in the group stages against other leagues, but I want to see them in a knockout game against a team from other league. That's what I want to see. I know it's then we have to see quarterfinals, semifinals, but like, again, it's like teams, for example, when you know a team, okay, when two teams know each other, like it's the case of Milan and Napoli this year, they are going to. The better team is going to win always.
Yeah.
Unless something very weird happens. The problem is when you go against teams that you don't know, even if they don't know you as well, if they have more experience, if they have a lot of quality players as well, that's where the challenge is on. So I want to see that. This game, Napoli should pass, and I will say more. I would be surprised if Milan won. And Ricardo said he wouldn't be. What the fuck? I would be very surprised. For me, Milan, with all due respect to Champions League titan, is the worst team in this year in the Champions League.
On paper, yeah. Yeah.
Is Inter worst at some level? I don't think so. So Benfica is definitely not worse. Napoli is not worse. Chelsea could be worse, but the thing is, Milan. We know the potential of Milan. Chelsea tomorrow, Joao Felix could go berserk mode and score 2 goals. What the fuck? Suddenly, Havertz. In fact, I will say Havertz is a very. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
Yeah. So in Chelsea, there's a potential. I think we can also see there's a potential which not being fulfilled.
Paul. No. Paul, as the kids say, don't gas me up, Paul.
I'm not gassing you up. I'm saying what I think. I'm saying what
okay,
I think. So,
all right, Paul.
I'll
ignore it then.
Okay, if Napoli should pass. If they don't, I'll be incredibly surprised.
So go from where? Artists, go for it.
Oh yeah. I think.
He does tactically is very important. I assure you, without Giroud, France do not win that World Cup. And fine. You're said himself, he actually likes playing with Giroud because Giroud helps him to actually get into spaces. Yeah, France.
So that I think is you. I think is you saying that without Giroud, France don't win that World Cup. So that's a big game.
Yeah, no, but I said that's in the proverbial sense. Proverbial sense. Not in the main sense. In the proverbial sense.
The guy you were speaking to. So
in the proverbial sense. I'm never rating Giroud. I don't care what it says. And also, I'm not recognizing his. I don't recognize his. In my view, Henry is still top scorer. I'm not recognizing any goal tally that guy has done.
You seem quite passionate in the video about defending, and I think he was playing for Chelsea at the time, so you were quite passionate defending Giroud in that. So
does anyone else have any thoughts on?
Let me speak on this.
Didn't Giroud help them win a Champions League?
He did actually.
Mike, you want to Mike?
Oh, sorry, I won't pause it because there's
Mike.
I just want to, because this is what Pioli said after knowing the draw. Napoli is strong. They're dominating the league, but Champions League is the Champions League, and Milan is Milan. He's already building on the heritage. Right now, Pioli. The funny thing that nobody's talked about is they're actually playing against each other, I think, a week before their first leg. So they're going to get familiar with each other and how they're going to play. And if I look at the way Milan don't look the greatest. I think Milan fans can admit that. But ever since they've moved now back to this 5 in the back defense, where they got Malik Thiaw, they got Tomori, they got Kalulu, they're looking much stronger. It's just attacking-wise, they don't offer anything. Like Giroud has been garbage in 2023. Rafael Leao has had no effect on the attack whatsoever. He's got to step up. If they can get that left side with Rafael Leao and Theo Hernandez cooking, I think Milan got a chance here. I know a lot of people will say Napoli, they're easily going to win because they've been the best side in Europe, in my opinion, all season alongside Arsenal. But always when it's this sort of matchups, when it's the two teams from the same league going up against each other. Vader knows Man City, they go up against Tottenham, they lose. They go up against Liverpool, they lose. On paper, Man City should have won those games. Remember, Man City got 100 points and Liverpool, we beat them 500 aggregate. So if you're Napoli, you look like the by far the best team in Serie. Nobody's even touched them. They're 18 points ahead. Milan, they got that heritage. They got players. They might not be playing the greatest
and it's
right now.
the Champions League as well.
It's the Champions League. Sometimes those players rise to the occasion, and I feel like with Mike Maignan especially, if they had Tato Rosano in goal, he's not a goalkeeper. I mean, HH, who's 50 years old, is a better goalkeeper than Tato Rosano.
I'm not 50
now that they got Mike Maignan, they got a genuine chance of actually beating Napoli. But I would still fancy Napoli in this tie.
I'm not 50.
You got the notes, Vader?
Yeah, I got my notes. HH.
I know to make sure you put on your note that I'm not 50. He was telling a joke. I'm not 50. So.
Oh no. That doesn't go within my UCL notes. I just wanted to point out there's a 20-point gap between Napoli and Milan within the league. They got nothing to worry about.
Oh, Vato, it's the UCL, the champions. La 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 la.
No, I know, but with regards to being focused and being able to like put the energy and put the attention to detail required to advance based off of this matchup, Napoli has the resources for it. They've got a 20-point gap. They're not worried about their league. They're not worried about, do we need to rotate players? Do we need to make sure that players are? No, they don't have to do any of that. They could put out their B team if they wanted, and make sure that they're focused the game going into this Champions League. That's why I want to point this out. Every time I study and put that in my notes, I have to reference that, and it's important to see this 20-point gaps that's happened within the league gives them the luxury to be laser focused within the Champions League. I give the edge to Napoli the same way I give it to Benfica.
I'll be very interested to look at these so-called notes, man, very soon, man. From Mrs. Uwadia Half Hope's wife, if you want to win, you have to face the best. # 2 weeks pregnant.
Who's Mr.
It's fair. We're moving on. It's fair. Doesn't Bayern have the best bench out of all teams? The bench is good, as we saw in the game against PSG. The fact that they brought on Mane, they brought on Sane, and they brought on Gnabry. Bayern's bench is damn good, but we'll get there. We're almost there, man. 14 UCLs. If City wasn't under investigation for cooking the books and cheating, they would have been in the other side of the brackets. They have to lay low for now. Those filthy, stinking criminals. They make the mafia look like kids from nursery school.
Alleged cooking of the books.
Oh, sure. Yeah, no. Alleged. In parentheses. It's fair. To be fair, Napoli played the beating against Cremonese and lost some penalties. Mike Maignan is essentially the team because without him, Milan have no confidence. All I'm saying though is shout out to Giroud, shout out to Bram Diaz, shout out to your boy Liash. These guys on a UCL night, you just never know. Okay, Vater, I don't know why you're hiding because it's time for you to take center stage, bro. It's time for you to take center stage. You know what? I let out a tear of joy when I saw this. Because after Chelsea got screwed over by UEFA, I was like, just watch City get AC Milan. Just watch City get AC Milan. But wait, so do you know what happened? The football god said, have hope. Relax, chill. We got this. We got this. You thought you were going to have it easy. You thought, oh, we have Haaland. We've got the goal scorer. Oh my gosh, man, he's scoring so many goals. Oh, Pep Guardiola is wondering why Julia Roberts is not coming to Man City over United and so forth. Wow, and I mean, it's and you thought it was going to have it so easy. Vator, let me tell you this right now. In life, I just watched Rocky Balboa. Do you know what Rocky said? It's not about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. Take the hit and keep moving forward. It's the eye of the tiger rising up to the challenge of our rivals, okay? There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow, okay? All right? Crap, thunder, piss, lightning, as Mickey said in Rocky 1. Look, I don't know, Ricardo, go watch the film. It's an amazing film, Rocky 1, beautiful film. So, Vator, Bayern Munich, second leg at the Allianz. Not even the Allianz, the Allianz. The Allianz. So when you saw, was it like a drop of sweat that was like, did like a sweat molecule go like, oh my gosh, whoa, did your heart beat like Was it like something in your stomach? Without, like how you have those butterflies, but the butterflies say, "Oh, Vader, 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 Vader."
No, let me stop you. Let me stop you. When you fail to plan, you fail to succeed. We have a plan. We've been planning all season. Pep has been managing these players with an eye on the league and the eye on Champions League. You wonder, why has City been so inconsistent? What's with the flow? Why is he messing around with this back three? What's going on with Pep? Pep the entire time has been looking at the league and the Champions League. And
wait, hold on. So you're saying Pep is Heath Ledger? So what should you try to tell me? It's all part of the plan. He's Heath Ledger.
No, why would
in
I
the Joker, he says it's all part of the plan. So that's what it is.
No, but Pep's not a villain. Pep's not a villain. That's why I don't relate.
Of course, he's the villain. What do you mean Pep is not the villain? Of course, he's the bad guy.
No, he's a protagonist. Sorry, what are you saying, Paul? What are you saying?
No, I'm saying this is Fernando Alonso with El Plan.
Oh, Alonso, F1. Look, forget that Alonso dude, man. Look, forget that.
Wait, what do you forget?
Yes. Forget that. Overrated. Victor, talk to me.
Hamilton is overrated. Hamilton's overrated. Only know how to drive him number one.
So
Victor,
if you're asking me if I was stressing,
so basically you're not stressed. You're gonna beat Bayern. They're easy. Who are these German guys? Nagelsmann is a testy baby.
Don't go that far. No, when you study, when you put in the work, you don't really worry about it. You're confident with the plans that you put in place to have success. I'm not guaranteeing that we're winning. No, it's the Champions League. It's the UCL. I respect the competition. I know that there's no easy draw. You guys want to belittle City when they've kind of had early exits, but I respect my competition because anything can happen. Now, this matchup in particular, I said it earlier, the narratives are incredible. The narratives are amazing. And the reason why I threw out the word Treadstone, and shout out if you guys haven't seen these movies, but check out Born Identity, Born Supremacy, Born Ultimatum.
The first one was boring. Continue.
Well, just check out Born and you'll understand what Treadstone is. There happens to be a lot of City players all over the map in the league and in Champions League. And I'm just going to say Treadstone. Now, Bayern Munich is a very good matchup, HH. Very good matchup. I think we're going to have our work cut out for us. We're going to be playing at home first. You just saw what year one Erling Haaland did in the Champions League. The only defender that can stop Haaland is Pep. That's the only defender that can stop Haaland, or else he would have broken that record. You know what I'm saying? So the man's still hungry. He's still salivating. He's still hunger. The hunger's still there because he didn't break the record. He's not satisfied. Pep knew what he was doing. It's like a pit bull. And I don't condone this, but dog fighting, you don't want your dog to win. I mean, to succeed and demolish the dog.
Isn't that how Michael Vick went to jail?
Yeah. You know what? I should stop talking about that. But he kept Haaland. He kept Haaland, this hungry animal, still hungry because he didn't get this record, and he knows that he's still going to be fired up for more. I think to your point, you talked about having the plan A, plan B.
Si, senor.
There's the plan C as well. There's other players. You've seen Mahrez with his Champions League performance, and he's been iced a little bit.
No, but wait, the way you're talking is you're really not worried about Bayern.
No, I give them tremendous respect.
No. I'm seeing a lot of arrogance and flippant comments. I'm getting some passive aggressiveness from you.
H. See, I know you hate school. You didn't like school.
I hate school. Yes,
that's because you didn't go into class prepared. I've been studying. HH, how long have we been talking? Almost a year.
Victor, I did, but my teachers were a bit odd and crazy. Some were actually racist. Shout out to Peter Brown. Prick.
That's all possible and fair. As a City fan, I've come my share with officials and others that don't want me to succeed. I'm very familiar with that.
Do you feel that what do you think you need to go to the Allianz with, or it's fine? Just win, or do you feel you have to go to Allianz with a specific deficit?
Well, the thing is, going there, it's the second leg, right? So we need to handle our business at home. And for me, for what I've seen, for the evolution that I've seen from City and how Pep is managing the Champions League, and what is absolutely crucial, you don't want a deficit on that second leg. You can even accept a draw going into that second leg, but you can't be at a deficit on that second leg.
No.
Because on that second leg, and more importantly now, because there's no away goals and all of that nonsense. Sorry, there's all that nonsense away goals. You can't sit on that second leg. Both teams are going to have to go out and win.
Yeah. No. Look, City are going to win. I feel City will win the first leg.
I
But
don't
it
know,
depends on.
HH. I don't want you to say that, and you need to strike that from the record. Please edit this. I don't want you saying you want City to
Guys, come on, guys, everyone. Let's just like. Oh,
No.
Okay, hold on. No. Okay, Vincent.
no.
This
Please
doesn't.
put a
No.
timestamp
I'm
and edit this
asking
out.
the panel right now. All who believe City will win the first leg, say aye. Raise your hand and say aye.
I'm not sure.
What? Oh my Oz. What Oz?
Well, I'm getting. I mean, I respect City.
Oswald Cobblepots. Oswald, what are you saying? Oswald, what are you saying, bro? Oswald, you're saying they don't win the first leg? Why? How?
Every time you want to bet on Pep, this guy decides to do something crazy.
But it's the first leg. No, second leg. It's the first leg at home.
Yeah, but didn't we also? I'm just getting deja vu because, like, if I remember, and I haven't seen this dude for a while, so I hope he's okay. But I remember certain PSG Delta coming on when we're doing the previews and saying that the PSG would, and then they didn't win at home, and then they didn't win away. So now City are a better team than PSG.
Yeah, no, don't you dare compare them.
Don't compare the two. But all I'm saying is that, like, it's not as clear cut. So let's just relax and see what happens. Would be my advice.
We're not even saying Bayern are good. It's not even that Bayern are good. It's just that I don't trust.
Bayern are good. They have the
That's
best.
it.
They have the best defense in Champions League right now.
Okay,
They've only
let's
conceded
keep
2
it.
goals, and they played against PSG. Come on,
Let's keep it
And also-
into perspective.
And also, they actually have they have competent defenders. We know when Haaland comes competent defenders, he gets pocketed. You know, so they have to. City
The
have
only
got to
man
do
that can
something
stop
else.
Haaland is Pep. The only man that can stop Haaland is Pep.
Nah.
But-
Luke Shaw stopped Haaland, but we won't go to that. But sorry,
Luke Shaw took 6. What are you talking about? He took.
Are we
6.
talking about at Old Trafford when he was at centre back? I'm talking about centre back when he played centre back as a left back and pocketed him.
So Paul, you didn't raise your hand when I said that City to beat. So you don't think City win the first leg? That's at home.
I'm gonna be honest, for all respect City, I don't want to. I mean, I don't have problem facing them. At the same time, I know it's one of the toughest team. I have to give credit. But yeah, if there's a team that can daddy, even in terms of game, because Madrid can win.
Wait, so you heard what he said? Daddy them. Yeah, continue.
Yes, Bayern is the titan of the UCL because Madrid is the king, right? Madrid can give you the comeback, but City dominated those games and dominated very fairly. Like they didn't just possession out; they did a lot of chances. They almost scored. They almost won. So, but Bayern can be a team that can take City and actually deny their play and play better than them. And understand this. Naturally, City play better. But I feel like Bayern can do sometimes such great work at denying the opponent's game that I want to see that, because I really feel the biggest kryptonite for a City can be a Bayern Munich. They have their team is very very solid as a block, a great bench. They all do a great work for defense, even the forwards. They don't have any problem playing possession. They don't have any problem playing counterattacks.
I mean, like I get that, but
and they have heritage. And second,
listen to him, HH. Listen to him.
No. I'm listening, but just for me,
agree.
I just feel that it's 2 legs. It's not a one argument. It's 2 legs, and because it's 2 legs, City are going to play with a sense of urgency to win that game, to take something to the Alliance. Bayern
how many times have they played Bayern?
When last did the
2 years ago, I think. 2 years ago.
We
beat them the last time we played them.
But this is for me. My thing here is this. Look, see, Paul, Bayern can beat them, which is why this is a great tie, because both sides can beat each other, and I think that this is a great test for City because Bayern, they're a very good team, and I think as someone said, they've got a very good bench. I'm looking at the whole picture here. I think that's first leg. Put it this way, I will be shocked if City lose that first leg. If they lose that first leg, put it this way, I wasn't as shocked PSG losing the first leg as I would be if City lose that first leg to Bayern. So I'm saying to myself that, okay, City win it, but it may be close. Then it's about, okay, what happens in the Allianz and so forth. I think if there is one game that I think goes to extra time, I think it's this game. I think this is the game that I think most likely goes to extra time.
This game, how is this game gonna go to extra
What do you
time?
mean?
No, sorry, this tie.
Okay.
Oh,
but,
Yes, this tie goes to extra time, yes.
I don't think City's gonna lose. I think they're gonna draw. I think it's going to be
Listen,
it's gonna be a more close
I'll-
game. Except
I-
for one.
My studies, and again, looking at both teams, we're both also playing important matches to remain in good standings, right? The league's not wrapped up for either of us.
Weiter Dortmund.
No, it's not wrapped up. You still need to play, and Dortmund's out of the Champions League, so all their focus is going to be on trying to win their league. So I do like that matchup in that regard. I'm glad that we're not facing anyone on that other side that maybe could have just been laser focused and only focused on the Champions League. The fact that us and and Bayern have to be dealing with the league, I'm happy with that. Now, like I said, I may seem a little too comfortable, too non-stressed. Apologies. I don't mean to come across this way. But I know that it's a two-leg match. This is the cup run. So if we draw or if we have a one goal lead, I'm okay. I'm calm. I know that business needs to be handled on that second leg.
Oh, actually, okay, let me bring Ricardo. Let me bring Ricardo in the mic. Ricardo, talk to me. Bayern and City.
This is probably the most anticipated game, I think we would say. Who wins? First game is where at the...
What the fuck do you have on your mic, bro?
Yeah. Your mic is going weird. Your mic is going weird. Like,
Is it weird? Still weird?
yeah, that's good.
No.
Okay, yeah. Maybe could you have your freaking water bottle on the mic? There you go. Put it down.
My bad. All right, where's the first game at?
The first game is at the Etihad.
Ooh. That's interesting because I
This
think...
motherfucker said the most anticipated game and didn't even know what the first tie was.
No, but I mean, who cares? But
It's not really even an
whether
away game anyway. It's not really an away game.
whether
To be fair,
it's-
I'm not even thinking Champions League right now. I'm
Let
focused
him
on that
land,
right now.
Ricardo. Let Ricardo land.
whether it's first or second, I mean, like in terms of where they play, bro, the tie is it's a good tie. It's definitely the best tie, but I'm seeing this more if Bayern are even healthy, man, because they've struggled with quite a bit of injuries this season. Seemingly the time that they actually didn't have injuries was against PSG, and they look good, to be honest, as a unit at least. I wait to see how Mane comes back as well, because he's been, his season has been a bit dodgy in my opinion. He hasn't been as good, but I don't want to let that last game against Leipzig like cloud what City really have been this season, and in my opinion, they've been incredibly inconsistent.
And also, it's a different matchup as well. Like Bayern ain't going to be as trash as Leipzig.
This is the thing too. It's like Bayern Munich haven't historically contained Haaland. They've just had Lewandowski to outscore him in those games, but now they don't have Lewandowski. Because I remember those games where like Haaland will score 2 against Bayern, but Lewandowski will score 3. That's literally I remember those happening. But like, I don't know, man. Like it's tough to really say who's gonna win. I can't bet on any of them. It makes it hard because City are typically like consistent and they aren't. And then Bayern Munich don't have a goal scorer, but they play well as a unit. But injuries is really the thing. I don't really know how much where they play first or where they play second matters, because I think, I mean, is City really a fortress at home, especially this season?
No, but also Allianz is a difficult place to go to.
It is.
Like it's not really a fortress, but I think the second leg being at the Allianz is key.
Stop that. No. Have the geeks in the chat look up what City's home record is in the Champions League before you guys talk out of the side of your mouth.
It's really not. But anyways,
It's all about, but it's not about wins. It's about aura. You say you're going to the Etihad, and it's a very, it's a great stadium. It's starting to have bigger wins, but it's not like going to the Allianz or going to Stamford Bridge or going
Paul,
to,
No one may think that there's an aura. Cool, but look at what our home record is in the Champions League.
That's fine, and that's in the Champions League. You said.
Yeah, but the result in the Champions League have costed you in the second leg. I mean, as we've seen against Real Madrid. You beat Real Madrid, but you conceded, and then they took that to Bernabeu, and they somehow still won. So when I mean aura, it's like when you literally get dominated. Bayern Munich have historically, like, at home, they pretty much beat the brakes off certain teams, except for like that Liverpool team that was pretty much the best team in the world that year.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't say who's gonna win. This is a very 50-50 tie, to be honest.
Mike, what do you say, man?
I call this the overthinking derby.
Oh, Lord.
Because both of these managers overthink every single time. Not just Pep. Julian Nagelsmann is in that case as well. This manager, I don't trust him still. Yes, he did fantastic against PSG, and he said, we're afraid of Mbappe, we're going to game plan against Mbappe, and they did it to perfection. But one thing you can't do against Man City is, you can't just nullify Haaland. Because there's Grealish, there's KDB. The KDB's got to pick up some form, because right now he is stinking up the place. He's got to. What,
Did
Vader?
you see his trick assist in the last game?
Against Leipzig.
He kicked it off the crossbar so that he could assist Haaland. Did you
No,
not see that?
don't do that. I was no. Listen, wait. I was in the line. No.
Cut that bitch off.
But, no, if we do that, okay. Hey, Victor, if we do that, then we accept that assist from Cristiano Ronaldo that goes from the post, and then the score is on. It's a fair trade.
No. Vader, that's low. That's low.
That was shameless.
Watch it again. It's like they talked it over on the training pitch. Watch it again.
No, I don't have to watch it. That's just low.
KDB's
Mike, please
nice, but
continue.
he's not that nice.
Dear Lord. I mean, look.
Just
For
man-mark
Vader
KDB.
and Man City, they better win at the Etihad. Because if they go to Munich, and if it's a 2-2 draw at the Etihad, I'm putting money on Bayern Munich to go through. I genuinely am. So Man City have to win at the Etihad.
They have to win.
They have to, and they have to get some confidence, especially against the big side. Look, they can beat PSG at home when they went to the Champions League final, but, it's PSG at the end of the day. We know what sort of club they are. I still do kind of fancy slightly Man City in the sense that Erling Haaland has been an absolute menace to Bayern Munich. Even when they had Sule and Hummels, and Bayern Munich have been defensively better. I mean, once again, I'll repeat this. The only goals they've conceded in the Champions League was to Victoria's Secret. That's the only team that has scored against Bayern in the Champions League. Not Barcelona, not PSG, not Inter, only Victoria's Secret. So maybe Man City can cause some problems, but I think not a lot of people are talking about Bayern's attack because you see Kingsley Coman, you see Musiala. I know Sadio Mane, El Dio has not had the greatest of seasons, but in these big moments, El Dio rises. And El Dio has to rise because I don't.
Hold on, wait. Are we still saying El Dio in 2023?
I am because I love El Dio.
I'm not putting Mane. For me, Mane is the.
Can I ask some questions here, please?
No.
I mean, if you want to trust Choupo-Moting to knock out Man City, then okay, go ahead. Even though I ride with Choupo-Moting, but against Man City, I don't really trust. I think you have to go with Sadio Mane if he picks up some form. If he doesn't, then you got to keep going. Yeah, as a 9, of course. Only as a 9. No. He's not. He can't play out on the wing.
No. But look, see. I think no. City can. Allianz Arena is tough, but City can beat them. If I'm going with a team, I feel this could go either to extra time or penalties. I'm just giving City the edge because, as good as Bayern, I just think City just have a little bit more. Just a little bit more, but literally, I think this could be like one goal in it. Like no away goal, so this could be like 4-3.
So let me ask you a question of Vader. Vader, what's?
Oh, he gets to ask questions.
No, I'm just asking
Mike,
one question.
Mike asked the question. Mike asked the question.
Vader, don't be so defensive, bro.
No,
okay, I understand. You're in the
ask questions.
classroom. You got to keep doing the notes. You only got the bachelor's. You got to get the PhD.
Yes.
If you want to speak fluent Champions
slow down
League,
with that
because
bass,
Paul
though.
does,
That bass in your
Ricardo
voice,
does.
I do.
You
Mike,
do, I
that-
guess.
Mike,
RDS
that
does.
bass-
What do you
Oz
mean
does.
by I
The only
guess?
one
I
who
do.
doesn't speak Champions League talk is you,
You
Vader.
don't speak a
got
basic
to-
UCL.
You got to get it done eventually. I think you eventually will. Will it be this year? Let's find. If you guys do it this year, you fully deserve it.
Wait,
Like,
hold
you-
on, Mike. It's better be this year. No.
Well, it doesn't
There's
have
no.
to be
There's
this-
no.
it
There's no
doesn't-
next year. No. Yes, it does. Yes, it
doesn't
does.
have to be
No,
this year.
it does. Based on what Haaland has done and
Mike's
everything, it has to be this year. It has
It doesn't have to be this year. But Vader, let me ask you this question: who on Bayern Munich will cause you the biggest threat in your opinion, if you have watched them at all this season? Or what are you most worried? Are you most worried about the midfield battle because of Kimmich, Goretzka, and how well they are playing?
I'm worried about their pace on the wings. I am
there you
worried
go.
about their pace on the wings. To be honest with you, I'm not worried about their false nine and how they're going to be attacking us that way. It's about the pace along the wings. But I do feel, as of right now, because I'm not in fully UCL mode. As much as I study on Fridays, I have an FA Cup to worry about. All right, so that's where I'm laser focused first. With regards to Champions League now, my early studies are showing me versus Bayern, because I've just been told today that that's the matchup. Sorry, they're watching a movie. I'm a little stressed with the pace that they're gonna have. Yeah, the kids. I'm worried about the pace along the wings with regards to Bayern versus us. And on top of that, I don't know how Pep's going to decide to play, whether it's going to be a back three or back four. So I have my questions on how we're going to be lined up. But here's the thing, and apologies, Mike. Because of your exit out of the Champions League, I was getting a little irritated with the bass in your voice and you talking about Manchester City. So apologies on that one. I want to ask, and this is the question that I just wanted to ask the panel in particular. Is it a matter of us, City, at home, having just a 1-goal lead, or you're telling me I need to have 2-goal lead before I go back to Bayern? What
I would say you guys need a 2-goal lead.
2-goal lead.
No, because Vader, because we saw 1-goal lead at the Santiago Bernabeu, it wasn't enough.
No, but to do what?
No, we can't compare those two.
Look, I think winning is enough. Because as good as Bayern are, I don't think it's a case of where basically if you're facing Napoli, then I say 2-goal deficits. If you're facing Napoli with the second leg at home, Bayern Munich, as good as Bayern are at Allianz, this ain't 2013 Bayern or 2020 Bayern. So I think as long as you win, I think that's enough to now build off a foundation. Just doing that Allianz, you need to score goals at the Allianz because you expect Bayern to now come back at you. But I think because the question is, if you don't win, that's where things get very complicated. But I think as long as you win, that's a good foundation.
And this is where again, my early studies is, I think first leg, at the minimum, you want to draw because both teams are going to be playing for that win on the second leg. Bayern can't sit back, right? We definitely don't want to go with a deficit because then they can't sit back and there's just to absorb, and they do have the pace to look to catch us on a counter. But this is where I was just pushing back a little bit with regards to Mike. I think a draw. I think if it's a 1-goal lead, it kind of serves as a draw because it's not enough of a cushion. So that was my only.
All right, okay, so let me take some debates and then we'll then get to the biggest game in the last 100
I would like to
years.
say one more thing about this, if you want, before or after the debate.
Okay, let me click the dots and then I'll come to you. Let's see. Inter. I think it says Inter play Juve 2 times before they play Benfica. Ooh. Okay. He puts that. We'll have a meal when United bottle top 4. #Zad, #7hack. That would be beautiful. If United
they
top 4,
they will bottle top 4. They will.
Clayton Cruz. Don't think Bayern will be able to cope with Haaland. Why not? Bro, like Bayern have only conceded 2 goals, and that's to Victoria's secrets. And the way that Upamecano and the leagues have been playing, Bayern's defense has been really good. So for me, I think it's going to be a challenge, but if Bayern pockets Haaland, I won't be surprised. Now, I expect Haaland to ball. I expect it to say what's up. But I think Bayern can handle Haaland.
He's coming across competent defenders. He's just...
We're not even talking about Man City's real issue, and that's their defense. Their defense has been the issue this season. It's not their attack. Their attack has been actually firing.
Oz,
Choupo-Moting. You're late to the party, my friend.
So Samasi, have some smoke, Vator. My God, Vator, stop being so freaking damn condescending. You arrogant piece of nothing. #politician.
What part?
I don't know. I think she's just saying you're feeling like very, very snarky. Just very snarky. Peru's water bottle, formerly Alhambra. Jesus. Bayern together. Do you know this is so weird? How do you have this sound? How do people take? How do you do that? How do you take a screenshot? Wait, so do you take a screenshot?
It's a screenshot.
Because you have to take a screenshot, then put it down, then replace your. So
That's a
Bayern
response.
to get test tube. The narrative is clear. Real Madrid versus Man City semi-final rematch. Then we can see if Haaland was worth it after all. I just want our pride intact. HH.
That's interesting.
Alhambra.
Yes, that's interesting.
Alhambra, that is a perfect segue, Alhambra. Paul. Actually, wasn't one of the disciples called Paul? You know, shout out to the 12 disciples, man.
Possible.
Paul. Here's the thing, Paul. Paul, I want you to ignore certain Chelsea fans. I don't claim them. Because there are certain Chelsea fans that have 4 lines and they sniff them all in one go, like Tony Montana. There are certain Chelsea fans that are stupid, and I'm not using the rate. Some Chelsea fans have brains. And of course, you must support a team and have faith in a team. But other Chelsea fans, they understand that, okay, we don't have Tuchel as manager. We've got Quidditch. Yes, we beat Dortmund. That's freaking Dortmund. And this is a Real Madrid side who, depending on what happens on Sunday, they're going to go all in for this UCL. This is a humongous, tumultuous task. So everything is saying that season ends here. And we now have to look at bringing back the complicated Chelsea show to see how we can get Quidditch out of a job before next season and so forth. So dark days do lie ahead. They do lie ahead. But Paul, what's my name? Paul, what's my name? What's my name?
I mean, you have many names. You have HH.
No. But the half hope.
Sebastian.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. The name is half hope. Paul.
Exactly. Yeah.
The second leg is at the ridge. Paul, the second. No, Paul. I'm not Paul. I'm just saying the second leg is at the ridge.
Great. Are you happy? Are you with hope? Are you with hope? I mean, why are you with hope for the second leg? You haven't played the first.
Paul, I want to hear your thoughts on Real Madrid Chelsea. What are your thoughts?
I'll share them. Anything that is not winning for me is a disappointment in my team. Having said that, as I said earlier, yes, Chelsea have a potential that is not being fulfilled. I still think Potter is not the manager to bring it out fully. I just see very weird way. There's no way you pass unless we suddenly get, I don't know, Benzema actually gets injured for 2 months.
Okay, so you say at full strength, Quidditch stands at full strength as season ends in April.
You know what? It's just that I love that a lot of Chelsea fans are, playing into the believing that you saw the messages I sent.
Paul, I don't claim those losers. I don't claim that. I don't know who those guys are. No, they're not. Paul, they're not. They're not Chelsea fans.
Some of them will be at the second leg, and they will be cheering like, yeah, come on, Potter.
No. Paul, do you know who does it? Do you know in American sports, those cheerleaders that go pom, give me a Y, give me a Q, give me a T, YQT. Those are them. I don't have pom-poms. I have headphones and I've got my bald head, so I've got my brains. I'm not a pom-pom waving, somersaulting, playing those drums, trumpets blowing kind of a dude. No.
No, listen. Okay, I'll talk football. I'm thinking what tools. Okay, because I like to think about the players and how each team go for the other one. How would Chelsea? Because the favorites are Real Madrid. Let's face it.
Oh, 100%. Paul, 100%. Paul, I have no 100%. Okay, favorites and so forth.
I have no playing the favorite.
Yes.
I see the reverse jinx.
Paul is talking. Don't
I know.
Paul is talking.
I know it's reverse, but I don't care. We won the Champions League as underdogs. Now we'll win it as favorites. It's okay.
Yes.
I don't care. Anyways, look, I'm thinking, what tools do Chelsea have to, that can exploit Madrid's weakness? And I'm thinking, what are Madrid's weaknesses? The fullbacks, especially that our right back or the left wing, basically. That's Carvajal's spot. Nacho is still very good, but obviously he's not a natural fullback, and that showed sometimes. Does Chelsea have tools to exploit that? I don't know. Sterling is it's someone who can, give you a lot of depth, but
Rhys James is going to be crucial.
Militao is in that profile, and Militao is, for me, as I said to you, is inside the top of the conversation for the centre backs right now in the world. I'm thinking, look, Rudiger last game was incredibly well. I didn't mention it, but he played very good. I'm thinking Havertz.
You mean the game against Liverpool?
Sorry?
You're talking about the game against Liverpool?
Militao. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The game against Liverpool. Militao, Rudiger. No, but I'm thinking Havertz can be your attacker that more damage does.
Yeah, Havertz is the main.
No, but this kind of forwards, HH, because if you put us, I'm gonna be clear. If you put us Haaland, we know how to stop Haaland. Let's say this profile. Now, Haaland is a monster. I don't want to, but that kind of profile, we know how to stop. We know how to stop clear false nines. That profile, right? Then you have freaks. But this kind of forwards that, like to go a little bit deeper at the same time, can somehow just score a freaking goal from nowhere.
Yeah, unpredictable.
They like to play passes to the back of the center backs. Those kind of things hurt us. So Havertz is there. HH. That's good for you because Havertz is right now in good form. So we'll see. Do you think you're gonna play back three or back four?
Oh, back three. Back three. No. Paul, this is about defense first. Basically, this is about stop Real Madrid. Stop these guys from fooling through, and then let's just counter. We are not going toe to toe.
Champions League, you're not giving us a low block and stopping us from scoring. In the Champions League, that's not. In the league, it always happens. In the Champions League, it's not happening. And I'm going to give you more. And I'm going to tell you more. Kepa, what's his biggest weakness? Shots from long mid-range.
I say everything.
Binga, we have Tchouameni, I have Rudiger, we have Modric, we have Cruz. Mate, if we don't get into that box, we're shutting out. We're making a goal out of it.
Paul,
Wow,
this is
easy.
Paul. No,
Easy.
This is what I said at the terrace.
No,
Paul,
I'm not saying it's easy.
Paul,
Chelsea plays as well.
When we cross that white line, it's 11 men against 11 men. No Twitter, no panel, no StreamYard,
I'm talking
no
football.
CNN. Okay.
It's you who want to play the jinx thing. I'm not.
No, Paul.
I'm taking football.
Paul, I'm as humble as a porcupine. I'm as humble as a porcupine.
Where's your chest? Why?
Yeah.
You don't do chest anymore. You don't do bench.
Yeah, because I've got a lot of audio clips with the whole Chelsea back and all the
Showtime.
Hold on. Let me touch on Mike.
That.
So Mike, what's your feeling of the Chelsea Real Madrid thing? Mike. Mike, it's Mike. At the end of the day, it's a football game. It's a game. Life is more important. So
It is a game where 22 guys run on the pitch, and I think Chelsea got a chance here. I generally do. Now, I'm not hating on Real Madrid because I think clearly they're going to be favorites heading into this tie. Look, they have better attackers. Your attackers are... Kai Havertz can show up in the Champions League, but is that a guarantee? We see João Felix. Is that a guarantee? Raheem Sterling. Is that a guarantee? I can guarantee Benzema will show up. I can guarantee Vinicius Jr. will show up.
But Mike, this is Chelsea's season, so backs against the wall. There's a sense of urgency.
I was just going to get to it. This is Chelsea's season. You have everything now on this. But Paul can understand as well. If Real Madrid lose the El Clasico on the weekend, then the Champions League becomes everything for Real Madrid. Yeah. So we're going to have the...
No. If we lose this tie, HH, this is the season, this is the manager, and this is 3 or 4 players. I don't think you realize this. If we lose Champions League, we're not winning La Liga. Because this player will fall down.
Wait, hold up. So this is more important to you than for Chelsea? If we lose this...
I don't know. I don't care about Chelsea in that sense.
If we lose this guy who looks like Peaky Blinders and so forth is going to completely own me for a whole freaking year. So no, Paul. This is more important. I'm sorry. Paul, with all due disrespect, it's more urgent for us.
Under pressure.
Mike.
Okay.
So the problem for Chelsea is, one...
I'm not saying...
Wait, Paul. Wait.
Let me
The problem for Chelsea is they have a Svenska Cupen merchant. and the other club has Carlo Ancelotti. Now, I know Paul wants him gone, and a lot of Real Madrid fans are unhappy with Carlo Ancelotti, but experience in these big moments, making the right substitution. It's not even about tactics, but it's your in-game management. Does Potter have it in the big moment? He's gone up against Terzic, right? Does anybody rate Terzic here? He's a decent manager. He ain't no Carlo Ancelotti. This is a big game for Graham Potter. He said as well in that interview that we're effing winning the Champions League.
Oh, Mike. Please,
he believes it. He wants to ingrain it into the Chelsea minds and the players. I honestly think, HH, you guys got a chance here. I know you guys seem all doom and gloom and like, oh my God, we give up. It's Real Madrid. The bridge is
No, Mike, no. I will never give up. But when they pulled out Real Madrid and Chelsea, I had a sinking feeling because I know how good this team is. I know how much they want to win. It's based on the season. So it's not about giving up. It's just that, Mike.
I know,
Mike,
HH,
I need you to
you.
try to help me. I just don't believe Quidditch can out-tactic Carlo.
But sometimes, HH, it's not about the manager. It's about the players. And clearly your players rose up to the challenge against Dortmund. Now, you're going to have to take that to 10 times the level and go up against Real Madrid. The good thing for you, Chelsea, is you got the second leg at Stamford Bridge. Now, anybody can say, oh, look what Real Madrid did to Chelsea last season at the Bridge. That's Mendy tax. Mendy was god-awful in that game. I mean, god-awful. I mean, Benzema scored a hat-trick in that game.
Mendy was great before, and then against Real Madrid, his career went off.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Kepa is already.
Thanks.
Kepa could get into that situation as well. I just think for Chelsea, the key thing for you is you cannot lose by a big margin at the Santiago Bernabeu. If it's 3-0, 3-1, I think it's done. If it's 2-1 or if you get a draw, I think Chelsea can start believing that at home. Generally
Speaking
can.
from experience,
Okay, wait. Oz, talk to me. Oz.
HH.
Yes,
The
that's
draw
my name.
happened at 7:00 in the morning. It's in the US at 7:00 in the morning. I didn't watch the draw, but when I woke up, I checked my phone. I see Madrid Chelsea. I can't lie to you. I kind of smiled a bit. It kind of
But Oz, that's
You're a sick man.
because you're
You're a
just
sick
a
man.
very sick individual. So
no, because I saw the little preview of the Champions League. I like everything was pointing to Madrid versus Chelsea, and man, I'm so happy this happened. Because look, HH, I know you're Chelsea through and through. I know you have this sick, twisted mind of thinking you might win the Champions League this season.
Oz, don't put thoughts in my head. I'm humble. I'm just living each day by day, like Rambo.
Benzema's dropping a three-piece against you guys. He's dropping a three-piece for fun. I guarantee it.
So because you said that it's going to be over in the first leg. Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely. It's over at the Bernabeu, guaranteed. Like, no, look. I've tried to defend Potter. HH, you don't understand how hard I tried to defend Potter. I tried so hard. But this guy, I don't understand half the time what he does. Like, he doesn't play his fullest, strongest team in order to go all out against Dortmund.
But Oz, he has to. Yeah, no. But very quickly, but Paul, I just have one question, Paul. If you are going to win, can you at least wait until the second leg? Don't end it in the first leg.
Actually,
That's my
Madrid
thing.
is not a team to
Thank you.
fix that in the first.
Thank you. Oz, continue.
HH, are we saying that
Liverpool
Chelsea is
is-
better? Are we saying Chelsea is better than Liverpool? Because I don't believe that, and we already saw what they did to Liverpool.
Can I respond? Chelsea's backs are against the wall. There is a sense of urgency, and I don't want to say that because I don't want to jinx it. So there you go.
What? Did Liverpool?
No,
not
I
have
don't want to say that.
the wall. Liverpool had nothing to play
Not
for.
like Chelsea. Not like Chelsea.
No,
Chelsea
look.
are 10th. They're freaking 10th. So this is a real. Okay, Vator, talk to me. They'll come to Ricardo for Vator.
This is where Potter seals his second year at Chelsea. This is how he does it. It's these big moments. He's been questioned. He's been questioned from the fan base the entire time. I know you guys are accustomed to big names, managers with resumes. This is how he builds his resume. And I think that point where he says we're going to go out and he drops the F-bomb to win this Champions League. Did you hear the roar of the crowd when he said that? Did you hear the belief from the others as he said that?
Please.
This is the motivation that he has. I know you want to be reluctant. You're guarding your heart. You're protecting yourself. Paul deserves all the confidence in the world. He was doubted all last season, and he kept responding, and won it. He really has a lot banking on this matchup this weekend, and if it doesn't go his way, to his point, everything's going to be laser focused to win this Champions League. I'm sure the players want to play for the manager. The manager seems to have a way of getting things to work in the Champions League. I think it's the perfect storm, because both managers can't afford to not have a good result in this Champions League. I think Potter wants it a little more because he's when would he have dreamt of being in the Champions League? When would he have dreamt in terms of playing against Real Madrid? I think this first leg might be a little bit of a shocker. I think you guys are going to have that hope for the second leg going back home. But if I'm getting ahead of myself, which I don't like to do because there's so much more conversations we can have with Champions League. But I think this first leg, honestly, HH, I think you have the result that you want to have that hope and an opportunity to win on that second leg. I see a draw.
So, to translate what Vito said, Vito wants to face Chelsea in the semis to have revenge for the UCL final.
That's not what I said. I get revenge either way.
Let me come to Red Devil Studio, then Ricardo afterwards. Ricardo, why are you so close to the screen? I don't want to see your eyes that close to the freaking screen. Can you just sit back, please? RDS, talk to me. Thoughts?
Okay. Let me just clarify this, because I noticed that HH, you appear to be quite down with the whole result and the draw and something like that, which I don't quite understand. Because I'm fairly sure that this
was rigged.
Well, I'm fairly sure this is you, though.
Try to educate your kids for a long time. When you're a big club, there's a thing called a big club DNA. You see, very few. See, if you're a Real Madrid fan, you know what I'm talking about. This. So the only guys who understand this is a Real Madrid fan. See, Real Madrid and Chelsea are very unique people.
Can I respond?
Because when it comes for the big time. We say, let's ride. Okay? You say, let's ride. Because I spoke to Chelsea. I said, Chelsea, remind these guys. Remind these haters who he is. Not who we are, but who he is. We're talking about it, baby. Wait it. Because so was good.
So I mean, the thing is, this actually goes on.
Let's ride.
No, wait. So I can explain that. No. So basically, that was me letting out a lot of stress because of what people were saying before Dortmund. So don't take that as a literal. That is all emotions. That was all emotions.
All emotions. It actually goes on for probably about half an hour.
Speak about the damn game, man.
So no, I'm just saying this gives it context, because this was only about 7 days ago, basically. So the change of your affect and your mood, when at the time you essentially implied that you and Real Madrid were the same. You know, that you understand each other, that you're both big clubs, but I
was excited. I was excited. I was stressed. I was stressed out. Can a guy not be happy? God damn.
I get that, but as you rightly said, Chelsea are a big club, correct? Chelsea a big club, right?
Yes. I think so.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so and Chelsea got it done, correct? We agree there? Yeah, exactly. So I don't understand why, I'm seeing that. Obviously, Madrid are favorites given the amount of Champions Leagues that they have. So, but I don't understand why Chelsea fans aren't coming this with chest. I don't quite understand why. Like, listen, like, how can you?
No, because my thing is says that let's just grow into the tournament. Sorry, semis, bring it on, but let's grow. You can't go from Dortmund to Real Madrid. You can't go from Dortmund to Real Madrid. Quidditch needs to grow. Quidditch just needed to grow into it and just gradual. Give me anybody in the semis. Give me anybody in the freaking semis, not in the quarters. Seriously, if Chelsea do this, it's a miracle. If he knocks these guys out to 2 legs, it's a miracle.
Okay, let me land HH. First of all, number one, okay, irrespective of all that you said, we growing almost something like that. GID did get it done. Yes, it's
RDS. Do you know what his Svenska Cupen even looks like? Do you know what his Svenska Cupen trophy looks like?
Let me land, HH. Let me land. I get your skin because it's still weird that you've gone from A to B. Okay. Chelsea, yes, Chelsea are underdogs going into this game.
Yes.
There's no doubt about that. And there's no doubt about it. However, are Chelsea now somehow a small club? A club that doesn't have 4 UCLs, according to you? Chelsea have 4 UCLs, correct?
Luka Modric, Vinny Jr.,
Militao,
Militao, Courtois, Benzema.
Do Chelsea have 4 UCLs or not?
Chelsea are playing the biggest club in the world.
Apparently they got 6.
But HH, let me just think. Let me say, and in 2012, were Chelsea not playing the biggest clubs in the world? When they playing Real Madrid, when they're playing Bayern Munich.
Oh wow! Drogba is still around, isn't he? Ashley Cole is still around. Okay. Let me just actually just stop you right now. Do you know what all this crap is? Panel and streets.
It's not really crap.
RDS was waiting. RDS can't wait for Chelsea to go out to this competition and clown Chelsea. And it's pained you. It's pained you that we rose to the challenge and beat Dortmund. And there was nobody happy. Look at what Oz even said. RDS and Oz, they rejoiced when we had Real Madrid. Paul.
I think it's...
No. I'm saying to Paul, you
don't actually let me speak.
Paul, congrats. Paul, you're going to be playing either Man City or Bayern. And Paul, I wish you guys good luck. Paul, this is an impossible task. Paul, have you seen Mission Impossible? You know Tom Cruise. MI7 comes out this summer. This is Tom Cruise. We need Tom Cruise.
I don't know where the defense...
No, I'll let you speak. It's just I want him to keep doubling, tripling, and quadrupling his way into the jinx, so that when we win the tie, we have this as a receipt. Because every time he doesn't, he only jinxes when he thinks it. Okay. I have no belief, man. I'm trying to find some belief. I just have no belief, man. Just something. I'm trying to just hold on to I'm trying to play the game over my head, over 2 legs. Like we have to do. I just don't believe in this.
But what I'm trying to do is give you that belief. I'm trying to show you what you said, remind you of where you were, of how you view Chelsea Football Club only 7 days ago, when you and other Chelsea fans were saying we are the best club in the world, and sit down. And if I continue playing the clip, it has shown you insulting United fans, Liverpool fans.
We need a draw in our first leg. We need a draw in our first leg. We need to get a draw. We need a draw. If Paul,
that's on my study show.
Every man, woman, and child. Paul, break that. Okay, Paul. Artists continue.
No.
Since he doesn't want to say it, I'll say it. Wanted to say that if they get a draw on the Bernabeu, they will win at the bridge.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
That's what's in his mind right now. That's what you all know he was going to say that.
I didn't. No, no. You don't know. But I didn't say it. Okay, wait. Let me quickly touch on Ricardo. Come on to Ricardo. Ricardo, thoughts on this whole time, man. Thoughts on the whole time.
I think the key player here is gonna be almost Reece James, right? Like he's actually playing, right?
Oh wait, you mean hold up. Let me get you.
Isn't Conte coming back? Look, isn't Conte coming back?
Yeah, Conte back.
Oz. Just Oz. Do you know like kids cats? Just kids cats. Take a break. Just relax.
I personally think Ray or whatever, he's gonna be the most important player here. Like he needs to step up. Because from what I've seen this season, any team that can contain Vinicius very comfortably is giving Real Madrid a hard time. And as I said, Benzema has not been very consistent this year. And he's kind of been risking an injury. Like he's been getting injured and then he's been incredibly inconsistent. I would actually argue that Benzema's, despite I think that he sold his soul to the devil, I think that the real reason why he's underperformed this season is because he's been battling an injury. All right. Now, because of what?
He wants to. He's the first one. He doesn't want the board to sign anyone on his position, so he has to play everything.
Fair enough.
Wait, no, Ricardo. Let's talk real. Can we hold down Real Madrid? Let's talk defend. Can we put a red guard? The Great Wall of China.
I mean, I can see it. I can see it. I do favor Real Madrid. Okay, I do.
Wait, Ricardo, everyone knows. Oh wow, so
No,
surprised. Newsflash.
I mean,
no.
Abdullahi doesn't. Abdullahi
The,
is
the, que- the question really more so
Applies
is
on
how,
drugs,
how
man.
much do I favor Real Madrid? Because Benzema not being as good as last year is a huge factor. And now the guy you profess is like the second coming of Jesus Christ, Reece James. He's the play you need to put on a clinic against Real Madrid's best player this season, which I feel is Vinicius Jr. And I think as that attack goes, that Real Madrid attack goes as good as Vinicius goes, right? And there's only so much that Real Madrid are going to be able to do when Vinicius is not really in the game. So I could see it. It's going to be, to be honest, like it's tough. It's tough. It's
No,
different.
no, Ricardo. It's like because Ricardo, I'm saying to myself that Bernabeu, you need to have the greatest defensive performance of all time. If you can just come to the bridge with a 1-goal deficit, that crowd needs to be insane.
But they don't need
That
to
crowd
have-
needs to be
No,
freaking
but
insane.
they
bro.
they don't need to have the greatest defensive performance of all time because Real Madrid don't have that. They don't have what they had last year. Like Benzema has, like I don't know how much you watch Real Madrid,
So
but Benzema has been.
Oh no, he's not been good. He's not been good. I know Benz is not been good. No. He's so basically he sold everything for that Ballon d'Or, and this is what it is. He sacrificed.
Not only that,
Yeah,
but
but he's injured this year. You can't really
No.
say he hasn't been good.
no,
He's been
but I mean it is his fault because he could take time.
No,
off.
but better. I agree.
He
I agree with Ricardo. He has not been good this season.
He has
When
not been good this season. Not only that, if you're like, this is the problem that if I was a Real Madrid fan, I would actually have a huge problem with this. If he has been playing injured the whole time, then you need to step away for the better of the team so you can fully get healthy again. But him playing semi-injured or with the risk of getting injured, you're actually being a detriment to your team. And Benzema knows that he's pretty much a guaranteed starter, especially under
Yeah.
Ancelotti. Like nobody's gonna move him from his position. So him being
I don't
injured,
understand. Chelsea is fiercely loyal as well. He's
And-
super
and-
loyal.
let's-
So
let's-
Real would have been better off had he sat and not played.
No,
the
I'm
minutes
just
that he
saying,
did play.
had Benzema managed his injury earlier in the season, I think he would be better right now. But because he hasn't done that, he's in the position he is in right now, and it's being a detriment to their chances in the Champions League or even the league. Like he hasn't been good. That's why like it's actually a point of conversation, and that's why some Real Madrid fans, even my own cousins, they think that Uruguayan kid should be playing a lot more. Like he's getting garbage time minutes because
Absolutely.
and then on top of that, their right-sided attack, non-existent. It's really non-existent. It's all Vinicius. So that's why I think the best performer has to be Reece James. If Reece James has a good night, and we know Reece James is good going forward, if Reece James has a good night against Vinicius defending him and he can provide something in the attack in both games, then Chelsea could actually do something. But I do think it depends on the first result because the first game is at the Bernabeu. And if they can take home to the bridge a 1-goal deficit, then I think it's open. But if it's not, then
Ricardo, look. All right, Ricardo.
But then again, I forgot about the main thing. When I look at that trophy with big ears in the hands of a guy named Graham Potter, I just
so now he's American. I thought he's crazy.
I have a question for you.
Can I just ask Paul a quick question? Sorry. Paul, just remind me, is Hazard registered as part of the Real Madrid squad?
Oh, for God's sake!
He will get a second medal.
So if Real Madrid do win the Champions League, he will get a Champions League medal.
Wait, HH, question.
Yes, sir.
By the way,
If Hazard goes to Stamford Bridge and scores and drops a 3-piece, what's your feelings gonna be?
Listen.
I really want to know.
What do you mean 3 piece? But like 3 minutes of playing time or like 3 goals?
Well, the first one is more of a
Wow, man. Wait, hold up, man. That's messed up, man. That's the yellow. That's the yellow, man. That's the yellow.
I mean, HH, you're the one who said he looks like an assistant manager when you saw him on the bench the other day.
That's the yellow.
Before he answers you, Osman, I can tell you, man, it's more probable that Kepa does a hat-trick than Hazard. I'm not even joking.
Wow.
Because Hazard hasn't played in all season, basically.
Okay, wait, hold on. Let me get this Dubinsky. Hold on, let me get this Dubinsky. 40 UCLs. Chelsea $600 million low ball can consider. It isn't 600 million. It's on relax. It's on 600
It's
million.
close to that, actually. It's
It's,
actually quite close to that.
actually, no, it's not. Actually, no, it's not. Whimsical. Why do I reckon that Real Madrid will still go through? Because Real Madrid are favorites.
I think
That's
he
why.
said Chelsea.
Because Real Madrid are favorites.
Okay.
Like, obviously, because Real are favorites. So, obviously,
Typically, Chelsea
100%. I mean, what the hell? I mean, wait. I was like, what do you Americans say? Duh. Like, yeah, well, come on, man. 100%. So, Abrit's fair. What if Pep gets a treble this season?
We ain't talking about that. Move on. Thank you for the super chat. We ain't talking about that.
That would be weird. That would be awkward. But that's
Alternatively,
no. If that happens, you ain't see me on a damn stream giving him credit, but that's
Alternatively, what
happening.
happens if he goes trophyless this season?
Oh
Yeah. Let's talk about that instead. Let's talk about that.
As Veto, don't worry, bro. You got this. Easy dub again. Those bombs, Bayern Munich. You're gonna testify them, and you're going all the way to win big ears. Oh, whimsical, man. That's very brave of you, man. God damn. Benzema door. No matter how much Madrid win, everyone's gravitates towards underestimating them. No, they don't.
What the hell happened there?
What?
Your English.
No. I couldn't read it properly. Everyone gravitates towards. No, I thought that said gravitas. That might be why they always win. No pressure except from themselves. Everybody is supporting Real in this tie because everyone hates Chelsea. The refs are going to be against Chelsea. The fans are going to be against Chelsea. VAR is going to be against Chelsea. Chelsea winning this will be doy. Everybody is going to be against Chelsea. So it is what it is. Backs against the wall. Like, here's the thing. If we can't win. We can't win. Everyone's going to be against us. This is Mission Impossible. It's Mission Impossible. Paul, this is an easy Dubinsky. 100%. I'm going in here humble. Well done.
I just get
Okay.
the feeling that if you do the first leg, you're gonna throw a party. This is Chelsea has gone to that point.
I wouldn't do that.
I have a question.
What question do you have?
Okay, you know I'm not gonna say it.
Good. Thank you. Peru's water bottle. Don't see us losing at Bernabeu. Hopefully not. At the bridge, we lose by an R-rated margin. Jesus. Real Madrid are dangerous away and will fall into the trap. Real Madrid win ties, not games.
Is Vinny gonna be safe when he goes to the bridge?
Obrigado, Brazil. Obrigado, Brazil.
I'm
Obrigado, Brazil. What's kind? No, it's not. No, it's not.
My boy Vinny.
No, it's not. Alhambra. I was going to respond to that whole thing, but I don't want to jinx anything. But all I'm saying, though, is hush, little baby, don't say a word. What kind of UCL experience does Potter have? Nothing! Paul, why are you scared? Paul, you're going up against freaking Svenska Cupen. You're going up against the Swedish Cup, Swedish Trophy. Paul, this is easy, dub. It's easy. Paul, it's easy. 14 UCLs. At Peru, Benzema will be in Ramadan mode. Hashtag hat-trick. Fire emoji, man. Ooh, that's big time. Enzo has his own Camavinga. Oh, so Enzo has owned Camavinga, Tchouaméni, and Mohamed. Are you talking about the World Cup? Bro, this is different, man. It's different. I mean, it's different. This is a different one. What? Obrigado, Brazil. Obrigado, Brazil. Brazil. And Real Madrid has a trump card, Rodrigo. And Enzo isn't as good as Modric. Enzo isn't as good as Kroos. Enzo isn't as good as Camavinga. And Rudiger is a Madrid player now. We have the eye of the Carlo. This is going to be a super easy dub. My Lord and ever, man. Wait, so Victor, do you have to head off now?
Yeah, I got to jump.
Vader, man, thank you, bro. We'll see you next time, Vader, man. Thank you, bro. Thank you for
Thanks for having me on, guys. I'll catch
nice
you.
one. Peace out. All right, guys. Last thing before we head out of here, let's now do, because we want to say hello to our Europa friends, man. Europa, guys.
No, we don't. We don't.
Yes,
need
we
a
do.
dome
Yes,
there.
we do.
No,
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Mourinho.
Oh, HH, I got something to share with you about that.
Oh God. Hopefully it's positive. If it's not positive, then don't share it.
Wait. Is it related to passes?
No, it's related to yesterday, but well, when HH shares it.
If
Can you share?
no,
Can you share
no,
my
no,
screen,
no.
HH?
If HH shares it, you mean? If HH shares it.
HH, can you please share it? Come on, HH. I would like everybody to. This is a prime example of Jose in the Europa League and getting it to. Okay.
It's called the end justifies the means. Okay, hold on.
I want everybody to have context.
The end justifies the means. The end justifies the means, man.
Okay,
that's
so Roma had a 2-0 lead heading into the tie. Real Sociedad had 77% ball possession. This is the most prime-esque.
Oh,
Read
this
the
is
performance.
come
I
on.
love
This is the thing of beauty. This is the thing of beauty.
Shots, man. 19 shots. Jeez.
Yes. Shamelessness. Okay, so guys, here's the thing. There is a path for Roma to the final. There's a clear path for Roma. Now, let's be real. The tie that everyone expects in that semi is Juve against Man United.
Sevilla.
Juve against United. That's the kind of like
Juve
prime time
against
semi-final.
Sevilla. Actually, Sporting against Sevilla, I'd say, because I don't.
But my thing though is, are we sleeping on Sevilla? So let me come to first Oz. Oz, are we sleeping on Europa League, UEFA Cup royalty Sevilla, or Rashford he's too good? United are too amazing.
Be careful, Oz, by the way, because
Don't be careful. Don't be careful.
No, I'm just gonna bring facts. Weren't Sevilla in like a relegation race?
Yes,
Something like
yes,
that?
they are. Yes.
Look, I don't want to jinx anything, but
Oh, look, Oz. This
You're
is a
scared of a relegation team?
Oz. This is a football analysis show. There's no such thing as a thing. Speak with pride and speak with
literally
confidence.
the last 50 minutes of him reverse jinxing with Chelsea. So it's strange. but
Speak in
Oz.
confidence. Speak in confidence. So Sevilla, small team, struggling in the league. You should definitely win. Yes.
on
So
paper,
how much did you win by? So do you end this in the first leg or the second leg?
on paper, United should dominate Sevilla. I feel okay. I say this now, and then like 3 seconds later, United just somehow blow it. Like, okay, in my opinion, I don't see how United loses at all. Like, there's no chance in hell that United somehow just bottle this. It's just not and that's just on paper. In real life, United are known for doing stuff like this. United are known for bottling dumb fixtures like this. We lost to Sevilla the last time. So I don't trust United. When it comes to United just doing the impossible, you can guarantee it'll happen. But look, Rashford, I think Rashford I think he will dominate, in my opinion. I think this is Rashford's kind of game where the defense isn't as great. I don't think their defense will be able to keep up with Rashford's pace. And look, Rashford has more goals in Spain than Hazard. I'm just saying. He has more
That's
goals.
interesting. That is interesting.
I have more goals than Hazard in Spain.
Oh, yeah,
and I
yeah.
didn't think that right now.
Warre World Cup Best Player Award for Rashford. Warre World Cup Best Player Award for Rashford.
Hold on to that, like.
Warre World Cup Best Player Award for Rashford.
Interesting.
I'm just happy United didn't get Roma, because I know if we got Roma, United are out, guaranteed.
No, but let's be real. The most narrative final is Roma Man United.
No, I can't.
That is the most. That would be, bro. No, guys, I tell you right now.
Wait, Oz, you're sweating over a Europa League tournament?
I am sweating because of Mourinho. It's raining
bro.
stars for Mourinho.
Do you know, guys? Imagine if Mourinho was to beat United. I know it won't happen because Roma are horrible and they're trash. So what Mourinho is doing is actually freaking doing. That's why you see those freaking stats that Mike showed up. But if Mourinho beats United, do you know how amazing that would be? Do you know like at the end of what's it called? Some of these Disney films are trash. Like just one of those ends of those really like films where you start crying. I will shed tears if Mourinho beats United at the final. I would shed tears, bro. And if that happens, RDS, you better go live from wherever that final is. You better go live on location. So RDS, talk to me. Sevilla, easy dub. Juve, easy dub. Yeah, Europa League. Talk to me.
Okay,
simple.
So I think the two things. I think the first thing is that
so 2-0 in the 3-0 in the first leg. Okay,
am I able to actually, because you always
no, but I'm helping you finish your thoughts.
The problem is that when for some reason on this panel, when you let everyone else speak in prose. When you come to me, you just keep interrupting.
Okay. Talk.
Thank you. Yeah. So if I could just give at least 2 or 3 minutes to just be in prose, is that okay?
Yeah,
thank you very much, HH. Okay. So first thing is this. I don't actually understand. Like Sevilla everyone knows Sevilla are Europa League merchants, irrespective of what their domestic league form is.
13th. I think they're 13th now in their league so far.
And
you're third.
Guys, I literally said, can you let me speak? Like 10 seconds.
All right. Okay. All right. Okay. I'll mute myself. I'll mute myself.
Okay, yeah. Is that okay? Give me your mic for just a minute. At least a minute. Can you give me that? Fine. Okay. So, Sevilla are Europa League merchants, irrespective of their league form, etc. I think it's even more so because this is the only thing that they have to play for. This is their best. So of course they're going to take this competition seriously. Of course they are. Oh, sorry, am I okay?
Yeah. You're slightly out of sync, but I think you're good now. You're good now. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry about that. Sorry. So overall, essentially what I was saying is that like Sevilla are, if anything, their position in the league, this is their main way of getting into the Champions League. So of course they're going to take it seriously. Of course they're going to put all into it. So they've got the experience. So I don't think Manchester United should underestimate them. I do think that if Manchester United are going to have, I do think it's probably better that Manchester United are playing Sevilla over 2 legs. That probably is better. But at the end of the day, like you can't underestimate what Sevilla have done. You can't underestimate what Sevilla have done in the Europa League. Now, as far as the Juventus Sporting game actually goes in, I actually think Sporting are favourites in that game. I don't think it's a guarantee for Juventus. I think Sporting should actually go for it. So, at least that's the way I see it. AJ, I know you'll try to speak, and I know you're muted.
I know.
No, because I let you speak, but I'm still going to talk. No, because my thing is that when someone starts to scrap, but because I don't want to mess up your whole thing, I'm going to like to speak, but I will still respond, but I'll mute myself. Right, but I'm still going to respond in my own way.
Okay. Yeah. Fine. Okay, I see. Okay. I don't know. It's weird. I mean, for some reason, Chelsea fans, they can't seem to get that. Like, it looks like they're not going to be doing anything next season. And Lukaku is coming back. So deal with that if you can. Okay, please. You're 100 million strikers coming back to Stamford Bridge, and it is what it is. So, but overall, going back to Manchester United, the big thing I think that Manchester United to be concerned about is just they're playing too many games. United are still in 4 competitions. The Premier League, the Carabao Cup is they've won obviously, but still Premier League, FA Cup, all of the rearranged games that have to happen, and the Europa League. The amount of injury stats and suspensions that Manchester United have. So even though in theory United should be able to come across 2 legs, at the end of the day, the sheer amount of games, I think United played one game every 3 days since the end of the World Cup. So overall, essentially what I'm saying is that it's going to be a difficult tie, irrespective of where Sevilla are in La Liga, because of the motivation for Sevilla, but also the squad depth for Manchester United. But over 2 legs, we'll see. It's the Europa League. The teams here are good. And also, as a side note, don't underestimate Sporting Lisbon, because actually when they can do something. We saw them beat the best team in the Premier League, Arsenal. So why don't they have a shot against Juventus? Those are my thoughts. Hey, you seem
which were all no fine. You said I couldn't speak, so fine. I give you thoughts. All you said was complete and utter trash nonsense. Total trash nonsense. There is no excuse why you shouldn't be able to beat Sevilla and so forth. There's no excuse. This is a team that is struggling, that is going through super hardships. Don't give me any excuses. No excuses.
So okay, but then I can use the same argument. You guys spent 750 million in
Michael talks football,
and so there's no excuse as to why you shouldn't have beaten Southampton.
Michelangelo, Mikhail
just again, Michael, is that fair? They spent all that money.
Michael, respond to me. Don't respond to him. Respond to me. This is called Halford. Respond to me, Michael. Who do you see coming through this whole Europa League thing and so forth? So, who do you see United facing in the final?
Well, I'll say this: United should be winning this Europa League, and this is no jinx or anything. They should be
100%.
They should be. They're by far the best team left in this competition.
Yep.
And in all honesty, I think they were going to meet Feyenoord in the final.
Wait. So now let's assume. I know we shouldn't assume and so forth. Let's say Juve beat them. You still feel United over 2 legs beats Juventus?
Oh, 100%.
100%?
Yes. I mean, okay, yeah, Juventus. I mean, if Pogba ever wants to play football again, because God knows when that's going to happen again.
But see, my worry, Mike, is that like Pogba knows the narrative, and so I don't know how far Pogba's willing to go in terms of which doctor thing he's like.
Pogba is playing that game.
It's possible that he could bury a goat in the Juve into it. He
could.
could,
Yeah, and
maybe alive.
and also Mike as well. Are we sleeping on Maria for Juventus?
Di Maria.
Yes.
I mean, he would love a match against Manchester United after how that
Exactly.
ended up in that whole scenario. But if I look at Juventus, yeah, they've gone well. They've beaten Freiburg and Nantes, but Manchester United, they're a very good team this season. So I would expect
cooking too, eh?
Yeah, Di Maria is looking good, even though he didn't play. I don't think he played yesterday, although Chiesa is back. So that's at least a good bonus to have. But in all honesty, United should be winning this. They got. I know Sevilla are going to put up a good fight, but if you watch Sevilla, they got outplayed by Fenerbahce. They got outplayed by PSV, and were lucky to go through to the quarterfinals. At home, they're a strong team. Away from home, Sevilla are dog shit. They're dog shit. They're honestly not a good team at all. I don't rate their manager, Jorge Sampaoli. He's a fraud. We all know that. Ricardo knows that. That Argentinian tattooed bulldog is one of the most overrated manager in the world. I hate because the manager is so
Mike,
overrated.
come on,
All he does is just have these sleeve tattoos, thinking he's a hard man, but he's not. He's not. He's a terrible tactician.
I'll never forget when he asked Messi, "Should I make these substitutions?" That is embarrassing,
bro. Man, after that scenario, Ricardo, I gave up on that manager. But I think everybody should keep an eye on Feyenoord. They're a very good team, and another manager who's bald and who's Dutch. Not the Schroeder from Ajax, but this manager, Arne Slot, is going to be the next good thing coming from Holland, and I think they will play Manchester United in the final, and then I would expect United to win the final. If Jose somehow wins the Europa League, nah. the shamelessness on this channel will go over the roof.
I don't even think that they make the final and so forth.
Look at the stats I showed you.
No, look. He'll do anything to say what's he'll do anything to say what's
That's why I respect Uncle Mo. He will do anything in his power to win a tie. That's what I respect. Doesn't have to be pretty. Just get the job done and move on.
Is Chris Smalling is still his main centre back?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Okay.
Although Tammy is not playing anymore nowadays. Tammy's not having a good season at all.
Yeah,
no. Look, he's working with scraps, man. Shout out to QC8. The HH, the same rage that Ben's dropped a 3-piece at.
That is true. I remember that.
So QC8, QC8, yes, you're right. So QC8, the thing is that we hope for the best. No. QC8, we hope for the best. We hope for the best because, guys, football is a funny game, man. You know, it's a funny game because it can break your heart. It can get inside your soul. Paul, it can get inside your soul and just open you up. But here's my thing, just to run things off and so forth. Champions, obviously, we'll do more of a build-up and everything. I just feel that, okay, round the room. 2 questions and then we'll end this. The Champions League final you want to see and the Champions League final that will be. The Europa League final you want to see and the Europa final that you think is going to happen. So I'll start first. The Champions League final I want to see, irrespective of like my Chelsea thingies and so forth, is, in terms of pure football, is Napoli against Real Madrid. The final I'm hoping is Chelsea against AC Milan. The final that I believe is going to happen.
Ain't nobody want to see Chelsea.
So, Ricardo, I'm speaking. Can you shut up? So, the final that I believe is going to happen is Man City against Napoli. Paul, talk. Okay, sorry. Europa League final I want to see is Roma against Man United. The Europa League final that's going to happen is Man United against Feyenoord. Paul, talk to me.
Okay, I would say the UCL final. I think we'll see. It's going to be Real Madrid, Napoli, and the one I hope we'll see is Real Madrid, Napoli.
Oh wow! Wow! Okay.
And
Europa League.
I'm thinking. To be honest, I don't know. I've seen something from Leverkusen. I want them to do. I want them to do as well as possible because Xabi Alonso is coaching them. And they've been doing somewhat good for what I've seen. I want to see Wirtz bowling. So, answering. The final is going to be. I think it's going to be United, and I'm going to say Leverkusen, but I would love to see, which is not going to happen, a
Don't say Sevilla. Oh, United what? United?
Sevilla are anti-Madridista. Fuck. United Roma. Yeah.
Yes. So what's it called, Mike?
When it comes to the Champions League, the final I want to see is Real Madrid Napoli. Yeah, I'll go with that. The Champions League final I think will happen is Real Madrid Napoli. I just think that final is going to happen, to be honest. I just cannot see, with the way Real Madrid are going to push all their eggs into the basket of the Champions League, they cannot fail. They cannot. And if it goes to the final, we know who's winning that final. When it comes to the Europa League, the final I want, because I'm a Disney merchant, hipster FC, is Sporting Clube de Portugal against Feyenoord. That would be an amazing final. And then the final that we're going to get is most likely Manchester United Roma.
Oh, wow. Okay. Ardias, talk to me.
So the UCL final, obviously, I definitely want is Real Madrid Napoli. That's again,
everyone is saying Real Madrid Napoli. Yeah.
What I think it will be, because I just think the Champions League is unpredictable. So and certain teams may just do their thing. So it's possible that you could get a Chelsea Benfica final. Possibly, that's something that possibly.
Ardias, if that is the final, my God.
We are all watching it with a meal. We are all watching it.
I don't think you understand. Benfica have a 100-year curse on them to never win the Champions League final for 100 years.
Yeah, I mean, that's just true. That's true. But I mean, think about the Enzo narrative. Think about the fact that Enzo potentially could lose. It's narrative. So, but that's my weird potential final. But it wouldn't be out of the
blue. He's getting a medal regardless.
Sorry,
he's getting a medal regardless.
That's true.
Okay, so Artis, you said that the final that you think is going to happen is Chelsea Benfica.
Yeah. Chelsea Benfica.
Give me a
so
break.
someone has to back your club on this show. And if you want to back your club, then I will.
Okay. So what about Europa League then?
Okay, so as far as Europa League goes, so the final that I want to happen is Manchester United and probably Roma. So it'll be good to see the kind of the Jose, we're good to see.
Oh wow, okay. So you actually want that final?
Yeah, it'd be good to see Jose, just because the final that I think will probably happen is Sporting Feyenoord. I think
what?
I generally think
that's called a jinx.
That is. Ardias, you are a disgrace. Ardias, you are a disgrace. Ardias, you're not landing. Ardias, that's just filthy, bro. People think I'm bad. Ardias, that's just a joke.
Let me land. The biggest thing is people sleep on Sporting. They didn't actually do that bad in the CL, and more importantly, they just knocked out.
That is sad individual.
They just knocked out first in the Premier League Arsenal. Arsenal were considered one of the favourites for the competition, second to Manchester United.
Sad, man.
So how the favourites were Arsenal and Barcelona.
Yeah, exactly. So how can you say that Sporting knocked out Arsenal? So how can you say that somehow Sporting are not one of the favourites for the competition?
Bro, they threw a Hail Mary, it went in, and it went on penalty shoot like a Kim Kardashian.
Yeah, but the point is, over 2 legs, Ricardo, they still beat them. And United just scraped past Barca. United didn't convincingly beat. We scraped past Barcelona. You know what I mean? So, Sporting final now, I think.
Can you please take the mic off this guy, please? Thank you.
Look, if we want to be honest, it's probably going to be. I'll be 100% honest right now. I think we're seeing City Napoli. I think that is going to happen. I respect Madrid. I think but I see.
No, that's the friend that I think is going to happen. That City Napoli.
That could happen.
I would love to see Madrid Napoli. I would love to see that game. I know that would be incredible.
Do you know what it is? You know, guys, you realize that we've actually all messed it up. That we are now definitely seeing Real Madrid Napoli in the final. You know how that's what it works. Every time there's a final, we all want. So we now for sure that's not happening.
That's actually true.
No, Paul. It happens every time.
Who's gonna pull out? Real Madrid or Napoli?
Yeah, that's the thing. So we are definitely not seeing Madrid Napoli enough. That's definitely not happening now. But all right, so Europa League now.
Europa League, I want to see United versus Union Saint Gilloise or whatever they are. I want to see that. I don't want to leave anything up the chance. Bro.
You can't even say the name. You
Wait,
gotta say,
Oz,
you know,
where's the
yeah,
club from?
Union sent
Oz,
jump.
where's-
It's like I want
where's
to see
the
United
Union?
against Union sent
USG, man.
Oz, where is USG from?
They're Belgium, aren't they? Belgium.
Yeah, they're Belgian. Yeah.
Oh, they're Belgian, aren't they? No, they're Turkish. They're Turkish.
I don't want to leave anything up to chance when it comes to United. When it comes to United, I want the easiest team of all time. I could care less how we get there.
Okay. Well, what final do you think is going to happen then?
Look, if I'm being honest, I think we're seeing United Roma. I think you see, and I guarantee it. Mourinho's winning it. Guarantee it.
All right, Ricardo, talk to me. What UCLs and the Europa Leagues? What will happen and what he wants to happen?
What I want to happen in the Champions League is Napoli versus Bayern Munich.
Ooh, okay.
What I think is going to happen, because Real Madrid haven't been as consistent, I can see Man City making it to the final.
Actually, no. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Let me just tweak something. Final that will happen is Man City Benfica. Man City Benfica. So what I want to happen is Real Napoli. What also want to happen as well is Chelsea against AC Milan. But what is going to happen is Man City against Benfica. So yeah, I'm
the
going
reason
for it.
why you just did that. But
Yeah,
I think Ricardo's speaking.
He's trying to cook. Look, so the final I want to see is Napoli, Bayern Munich. I want to see Alphonso Davies just get that second UCL, to be honest.
Oh, you're so Canadian, man.
Hey, man, have some pride, man. You don't even have pride in your club. The one that I have, the one I think is going to be Napoli. You know what? I actually have this sick feeling Napoli's not even going to make the final. Everybody's just picking Napoli.
That's why I said that the final is going to happen. I think Benfica make the final.
But probably, okay, Benfica, maybe Man City. Yeah, I think that could be up there. I'm not going to be surprised if Napoli or Benfica don't even make it at this point. And then for the Europa League, I think the final is going to be Manchester United and Feyenoord. But the final I want is Juventus versus Roma.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's the one I want.
QC8, Bayern versus Inter final. Lakaka doing a Milito 22.
Can you imagine?
Guys.
HH,
yes.
One last question. Are you guys beating Everton tomorrow?
that's a good question, actually.
I pray so, because if Chelsea do not, then
You don't have
he's
chest
under
against
irreversible
Everton?
Pressure.
Bro.
Mike,
Are you just
at
hitting leg day at the gym? Is
Mike,
this what's going on now?
Mike, at this stage, I just hoping, guys. Peace out, stay true, and I'll see you guys tomorrow on the Hangouts. Peace out, peace. Peace.